Welcome to our comic channel, your source for complete collections of amazing stories. First, I wish you a day filled with joy, luck, and happiness with your family. Now, let's dive into our story. At night, in the forest, the bright moonlight shone down. The wind rustled, causing the leaves to flutter. A servant in the forest thought to himself, "Please don't blame me, eldest Mississippi." In front of him, a horse galloped forward. On its back was the female protagonist. The servant thought, "I'm only following orders." The protagonist was unconscious, unaware of what was happening. The horse continued to carry her forward. Suddenly, the horse neighed. The protagonist fell to the ground. A moment later, she awoke to the sound of voices. This girl looks scrawny. She probably doesn't taste very good. She thought, who's talking? My head hurts. She opened her eyes to see a wolf, a snake, and a spider before her. The spider said, "Definitely not as good as Grasshopper." The wolf, drooling, added, "If you think she's too skinny, leave her to me. Fat or thin, I'll eat anything." The protagonist, panicked, thought, "Heavens, are you kidding me? And why can I understand animals?" She squeezed her eyes shut, staying perfectly still. Just then, a white tiger approached and roared, "Hey, you lot, don't even think about it. Get out." The wolf and snake, terrified by the white tiger, immediately fled. We're leaving, they cried. The protagonist thought, "Whose deep voice is that? He's protecting me, and it's kind of husky and warm. He must be a gorgeous hero sent by the heavens to protect me." Imagining a handsome man before her, she opened her eyes, ready to behold her rescuer. Instead, she was met with the face of a white tiger. It roared. Terrified, she trembled. "Tiger, Your Excellency, please spare me. Have mercy. I don't taste good." "Not at all." The white tiger asked, "What is your name? Whose daughter are you?" She stammered, I. Memories flooded back. She wondered whose memories these were. The memories revealed her father was Yun Shangtian. Her birth mother was Lady Liang. Her stepmother was Qianshi, and her stepsister was Yun Baishuang. Qianshi's voice echoed. Lady Liang was so stupid. She didn't even know I used her. Now all I need to do is kill Yun Kaivi. She realized she had transmigrated. Clutching her head, she said, "I am Yun Kaivi." She thought, I was on a plane, struck by lightning, and sent straight to the underworld, only to transmigrate into the protagonist. If those two killed your mother, then I will avenge you. Noticing the tiger's injured paw, she said, "Let me see your paw." The white tiger extended it as if asking, "What are you going to do?" Yun Kaivi took out a strip of cloth. "You're hurt," she said, bandaging the paw and tying it with a beautiful bow. A cute little butterfly knot. "Brother Tiger, are you leaving?" "Safe travels." The white tiger left, but not before instructing, "Follow this road, and you will reach the city." Yun Kaivi murmured, "We only just met, but I feel so reluctant to see you go." The white tiger turned back, silently calling her name. Yun Kaivi, Kaivi, Kaivi. Vaizwe ji ri gue sui he mo ji. She was the daughter of Marquis Jinyuan, Yun Shangtian. Back at the Marquis Jinyuan's mansion, Yun Shangtian raged. Where could the young miss have gone in the middle of the night? Nanny Wang hastily knelt, explaining, "Please calm down, your lordship. The young miss was still here before bed. When we woke up, she was gone. Ever since Madam passed, the young miss often disappears. This servant is unable to keep track of her." Qianshi quickly interjected, "My lord, Kaivi is a young lady of 16 now. Perhaps she's out with a few friends, enjoying herself. There's no need to worry." Nanny Wang quickly retorted, "Madam, please tell the truth. The eldest miss knows many people outside and often sneaks out." Hearing this, Yun Shangtian roared, "Shameless! And you, what kind of a stepmother are you to only tell me this now?" Qianshi hastily replied, "My lord, it's all my fault. I deserve to be punished, but please don't let your anger affect your health." Just then, Yun Baishuang arrived, calling out, "Father." Nanny Liang manages the entire estate and is burdened with so many responsibilities. How can she be expected to attend to everything? If elder sister doesn't want me close to us, what can Nanny Liang do? Besides, we're in a hurry. It's better to leave someone here to wait. Once elder sister is found, they can bring her to the capital. Do we really want to delay our journey and risk His Majesty's displeasure? She was Qianshi's daughter and Yun Kaivi's younger half-sister. Yun Shangtian reluctantly agreed. What if something happens to that disobedient girl? But for now, this is all we can do. He replied, "All right, do as you say." Yun Baishuang smiled and said, "Wise father." At that very moment, Yun Kaivi returned, exclaiming, "Yun Baishuang, I'm not dead yet. Do you think the Jinyuan Marquis mansion is yours to command, you lowly concubine-born daughter? Do you think I'm dead?" Qianshi and Yun Bai Shuang were stunned. Impossible. How could she still be alive? Nanny Wang trembled at the sight of her. Eldest miss. Igriaju. How? Yun Kaivi retorted angrily. How? I'm not dead yet, am I, Nanny Wang? If I'm alive, then you should be dead. With that, she kicked Nanny Wang. Qianshi stepped forward, saying, Kaivi, you're finally back. It's all right, it's all right. I was worried sick. Yun Kaivi turned to look at Qianshi, thinking angrily, she can turn on the fake tears just like that. Yun Shangtian asked anxiously, Kaivi, where have you been? Yun Kaivi immediately burst into tears, throwing herself into her father's arms. Father, please avenge me. Nanny Wang conspired with her husband, Old Hu, to knock me unconscious and throw me into the bewildering mist forest. I almost died there. Yin Shangtian was shocked. How could this be? He angrily questioned Nanny Wang. Is this true? Yun Kaivi, feigning innocence and vulnerability, looked towards Nanny Wang. Nanny Wang hastily replied, eldest miss, how could? She wailed, feigning injustice. This servant has always diligently attended to your well-being and never dared to neglect my duties. Yun Kaivi said, oh really? Then explain the scratches on your husband's arm, which I inflicted when he attacked me. Why don't we bring your husband here to confront him? Unable to refute the accusation, Nanny Wang was immediately dragged away by the mansion guards. She frantically pleaded, my lord, please spare me. It was madam. She ordered me to do it. I'm just a servant. I wouldn't dare harm the eldest miss without being instructed. Qianshi, seeing Nanny Wang pointing the finger at her, panicked and explained, this woman is treacherous and is slandering me. I've always treated Kaivi kindly. Why would I harm her? Yin Shangtian looked suspiciously at Qianshi, but Yun Kaivi spoke up. That's right, father. This wicked couple not only wanted to harm me, but also slandered my mother. They must die a horrible death. Yun Shangtian immediately ordered, drag them out and beat them to death, then throw their bodies into the bewildering mist forest to be devoured by wild beasts. Nanny Wang continued to cry out, my lord, spare me. Seeing the matter resolved, Yun Kaivi turned to her father and said, thank you, father. With you here, I have nothing to fear. Qianshi thought furiously, this little wretch, when did she become so cunning? Returning to her room, Yin Kaivi lay down to rest. She lamented inwardly, this frail body. Suddenly, a cat jumped onto her stomach and glared at her. She immediately sat up and scolded. Xiao Jin, are you trying to kill your master with that kind of force? Xiao Jin retorted, you're the one who transmigrated here. How am I supposed to know who my master is? Yin Kaivi snapped back. So what if I transmigrated? Does that mean I'm not human? Didn't I transmigrate here to deal with these white lotuses? I'm going to have a serious talk with you about this. At that moment, Qianshi and Yun Baishuang arrived, calling out, Kaivi, how are you feeling? Your sister and I came to visit you. Mother was so heartbroken to see you injured. Yun Kaivi feigned tears and replied, thank you, mother. The physician examined me and said that I've been malnourished for years and my body is too weak. Coupled with the fright, I'm afraid it won't recover quickly. Xiao Jin scoffed inwardly. Look at you putting on such performance. Qianshi replied, just focus on recovering, dear. Mother will make sure you're compensated. Yin Kaivi's eyes lit up. Really? Wonderful. Nanny Wang's medical expenses, the golden ginseng soup, and my other expenses. Over the past 15 days, it must be close to 2,000 taels. Mother, could you convert that into silver notes for me? Thank you, mother. Qianshi and Yun Baishuang were dumbfounded. After leaving the room, Yun Baishuang fumed. Mother, on what ground should she receive 2,000 taels? I don't even have that much. Qianshi hastily replied, what's 2,000 taels? On our way to the capital, we'll encounter Duke Changhua on the waterway. That old lecher, Tu Sheng. She'll need that money to survive him. Perched on a windowsill, Xiao Jin, having overheard everything, whispered to Yun Kaivi, those two are plotting to harm you on the waterway. Yun Kaivi smiled faintly, thinking, oh really? How interesting. The next day, within the Chaozhou jurisdiction, the boats began to move. Lanterns were lit and released into the sky. People exclaimed, look over there, how beautiful. On one of the boats, Yun Baishuang poured tea and said, elder sister, it's truly my good fortune that you've graced me with your presence to drink wine and admire the moon together. Yin Kaivi picked up a teacup and replied, "What are you talking about? You practically broke down my cabin door. How can I not come?" Yin Baishuang's face darkened. "This is a gesture of my goodwill. Such a beautiful night, such an auspicious hour. Shouldn't we enjoy it? I offer you a toast, elder sister." With that, Yin Baishuang raised her teacup. Yin Kaivi seized the opportunity and poured the entire contents onto the floor. "Younger sister, I'm feeling unwell. I'll be returning to my cabin to rest." Assuming Yin Kaivi had drunk the tea, Yin Baishuang stood up and offered, "Elder sister, wait for me. Let me help you." Yin Kaivi asked, "Baishuang, where are you taking me?" She muttered to herself, "Something's definitely wrong." Yin Baishuang thought to herself, "Yin Kaivi, just wait. You'll be taking a swim soon enough." Leading Yin Kaivi outside, she said, "Elder sister, the night is so beautiful. Let's enjoy the view a bit longer before you go. Look, there are flower lanterns over there. Elder sister, if you go over there, you'll have a better view." With that, Yin Baishuang pulled Yin Kaivi closer to the edge of the boat. Yin Kaivi exclaimed, "Younger sister, I'm feeling dizzy. Don't pull me over there." Inwardly, she thought, "Yin Baishuang, your intentions are far too obvious. But do you really think you can pull me overboard with your frail, ancient-era strength? Go play by yourself." Then, Yin Kaivi jerked her arm away, sending Yin Baishuang tumbling into the water. Yin Baishuang cried out in disbelief. Yin Kaivi looked down from the boat and asked, "Younger sister, how could you be so careless?" Yin Baishuang sputtered, "Elder sister, save me, save me. I can't swim." Yin Kaivi called out, "What are you all standing around for? My younger sister can't swim. Hurry up and save her." The maids finally reacted, shouting, "Second miss has fallen into the water. Quickly!" Yin Baishuang thrashed in the water, crying, "Save me." The maids frantically called out, "Is there anyone who can swim? Quickly save our miss. Miss, hold on." Yin Kaivi thought, "Idiots." Just then, Xiao Jinjin approached. Recognizing its footsteps, Yin Kaivi turned and asked, "Xiao Jinjin, are you here to enjoy the show?" Xiao Jinjin jumped on her hand and crawled up her arm, saying, "That woman deserves it." Yin Baishuang, still struggling in the water, had yet to be rescued. On the bridge, people noticed the commotion and remarked, "It looks like a young lady has fallen into the water over there." Duke Chenghua, Tu Sheng, watched from the bridge, a smirk playing on his lips. Perfect timing, he thought. He immediately jumped into the water and pulled Yin Baishuang out. But his hands, taking advantage of the situation, quickly loosened the ties of Yin Baishuang's robe. The maids, seeing Yin Baishuang being rescued, cried out, "Quickly, quickly, help the miss up. Miss, are you all right?" Duke Chenghua, Tu Sheng, carried the unconscious Yin Baishuang onto the boat. However, her clothing had been disarranged, revealing her undergarments. Tu Sheng, taking in the sight, a lewd grin spread across Tu Sheng's face, his mouth practically watering. He carried Yin Baishuang from the water and onto the boat, her robes hanging open, revealing her undergarments. The maids, seeing her unconscious form, rushed forward, crying out, "Miss, miss, what's wrong? Are you all right?" Just then, Yin Shangtian and Qian Shi emerged from behind the curtains. "What's all this commotion?" Yin Shangtian demanded. His eyes widened as he took in the scene. "What happened here?" Qian Shi's face paled, a mixture of shock and horror contorting her features. Tu Sheng, his gaze lingering on Yun Baishuang, addressed Yun Shangtian. "My apologies, Marquis Yun," he began smoothly. "Hearing your daughter had fallen into the water, I rushed to her rescue. I hadn't considered the impropriety between men and women, and I fear I've inadvertently compromised her virtue." Yin Shangtian trembled with rage, pointing a shaking finger at Tu Sheng. "You," he sputtered, his mind reeling. "That lecherous old goat. It was clearly intentional." Qian Shi, panicked, barked orders at the maids. "What are you standing around for? Quickly, cover her up." Servants hurried forward, gently lifting Yin Baishuang from Tu Sheng's grasp. Still clutching the loosened tie of her robe, Tu Sheng declared, "Marquis Yun, I am willing to take responsibility for the young miss. Upon returning to the capital, I will formally request her hand in marriage with the appropriate betrothal gifts." A smug smile played on his lips. Suddenly, a voice rang out. "Oh, is that so? Yin Shangtian, Qian Shi, and Tu Sheng, all startled. "Who's there?" they demanded. A figure leaped gracefully from the upper deck, landing on the main deck. Yin Kaivi stared, captivated. He spoke, his voice resonant. "So, the Jinyuan Marquis Mansion intends to forge a connection with the Duke Chenggui's estate? Allow me to offer my congratulations." From the moment he appeared, Yin Kaivi had been mesmerized. A blush crept up her cheeks. "Who is that?" she whispered. "He's incredibly handsome." Perched on her shoulder, Xiao Jinjin replied dryly, "Your father's rival, the Prince of Shihang." Yun Kaivi deflated. "Oh," she sighed. "So he's just here to gloat." Xiao Jinjin, licking its paw, quipped, "What? Did you expect him to be here admiring you?" The maids, catching sight of the Prince of Shihang, erupted in hushed whispers, their eyes wide with admiration. He turned his gaze towards Yun Kaivi. Both Yun Kaivi and Xiao Jinjin froze, caught in his gaze. Yun Shangtian addressed the prince. "Your Highness," he inquired, "to what do we owe the pleasure of your presence?" "I heard that the Marquis's daughter had fallen into the water," the prince responded smoothly. "Seeing Duke Changhua rush to her aid, I thought it prudent to bring a physician to attend to her." Tu Sheng Bristol d'Anwardli, that meddling Prince of Shihang, daring to undermine me like this. Yun Kaivi, observing the scene unfold, thought to herself, he's definitely got that cunning, manipulative streak. A classic male lead, indeed. Then a thought struck her. Her eyes widened. "Wait a minute, why does his voice sound so familiar? Could we have met before?" Xiao Jinjin smacked her lightly with its paw. "No, you haven't," it hissed. "If you want to make his acquaintance, find a less obvious way." Qian Shi hurried to Yun Shangtian's side. "My lord," she urged, "let the physician attend to Bai Shuang. Her well-being is paramount." Yun Shangtian, his face grim, nodded. "Very well, your highness. We are in your debt." The prince smiled faintly. "Think nothing of it, Marquis. The physician is just behind me." Yun Kaivi stared at him, her brow furrowed. "That voice, it's definitely familiar. Why can't I place it?" Qian Shi directed the maids. "Quickly, help the young miss inside." "Yes, madam." They chorused, hurrying to obey. Tu Sheng, ever opportunistic, pressed the matter. "Marquis Yun," he began, "regarding the matter of marriage." Yun Shangtian cut him off, his voice laced with anger. "We will discuss this matter after my daughter has recovered." Tu Sheng pressed on, a thin smile on his face. "Marquis, His Highness, and everyone present witnessed what transpired. If I do not take responsibility for the young miss, how can I show my face in the capital? Even His Majesty would surely censure me." Qian Shi cried out, "Absolutely not. Bai Shuang cannot marry him. She's still so young. His lordship and I intended to keep her by our side for a few more years." The Prince of Shihang spoke, a hint of amusement in his voice. "Oh, I hear," the Prince of Shihang remarked casually, "that the Marquis has 2 daughters of marriageable age." Yin Kaivi scowled, muttering under her breath. "How does he just know the ages of other people's daughters? What a creep." Perched on her shoulder, Xiao Jinjin, licking its paw, replied, "He's the handsome Prince of Shihang. He's allowed." The aforementioned handsome Prince of Shihang, standing nearby, chuckled softly. "Muttering to yourself as if I can't hear you," he mused. Yun Kaivi flushed, then declared brightly, "Fine. He's handsome, so he's right." Qian Shi cried out, "Absolutely not, my lord. My Schwanger can't just be married off like this." Tu Sheng, still persistent, pressed Yun Shangtian. "Marquis Yun, please reconsider. Look at this marriage proposal." Yun Shangtian snapped, exasperated. "Enough. My daughter is unwell. We will discuss this after we return to the capital." Tu Sheng replied smoothly, "Very well. I shall await your decision in the capital, father-in-law." He thought to himself, "Such a beauty. I must have her. If you refuse, I'll let the entire capital know what happened here." Inside the boat's cabin, Yun Shangtian anxiously questioned the physician. "Well, how is she? How is my daughter?" The physician replied calmly, "Marquis, do not fret. The 2 young misses are merely shaken and chilled. They may experience some mild illness. Tomorrow, send someone to fetch medicine for the cold and some calming herbs. A few doses should see them right." He added, "I am Steward Xiao Ba, from the Prince of Shihang's estate." Yun Shangtian bowed to the prince. "Your Highness, I am truly grateful." "Think nothing of it, Marquis," the prince replied graciously. Just then, Qian Shi rounded on Yun Kaivi, her face contorted with fury. "You wretch! This is all your fault. You did this to Schwanger, didn't you? Restore her reputation." Yun Kaivi retorted, her lip curling. "Clearly, mother failed to look after my sister properly, and now you're blaming me." Qian Shi lunged at her, screaming, "You little You wretch! Restore my Schwanger's reputation. She grabbed Yun Kaivi's robes, shaking her violently. Yun Kaivi, startled, cried out, "Mother, are you mad?" Qian Shi shrieked, "Die, you wretch!" With a sudden shove, she pushed Yun Kaivi over the railing and into the water. Yun Kaivi, plunging into the cold depths, thought in disbelief. Wait, what? This isn't right. I've skipped several plot points. Where's my handsome rescuer? I'm the female lead. Just then, the Prince of Shiheng, witnessing the scene, spun around and leaped gracefully from the deck. He caught Yun Kaivi's arm, pulling her close and into his embrace. Yun Kaivi, her heart pounding, thought triumphantly, yes. Here we go. As she opened her eyes, she was momentarily stunned to hear the Prince of Shiheng's voice close to her ear. Don't be afraid. Yun Kaivi, practically drooling, thought, I am the female lead. He's so incredibly handsome. Let me help you up, he said. Yun Kaivi hastily wiped her mouth and mumbled, With a powerful surge of qigong, the prince leaped back onto the deck, bringing Yun Kaivi with him. On the deck, Yun Shangtian pointed a shaking finger at Qian Shi. You, what have you done? Qian Shi shrieked. My lord, it was that wretch Yun Kaivi. She harmed Shuang. Oblivious to the accusations, Yun Kaivi stared dreamily at the Prince of Shiheng, her infatuation evident. Xiao Jinjin, perched on her shoulder, licked its paw and muttered, wipe your chin. Qian Shi continued her tirade. She must have pushed Schwanger into the water. Yun Kaivi finally spoke. I didn't. There were plenty of witnesses. Ask them. Xiao Jinjin chirped in agreement. The Prince of Shiheng watched the scene unfold with a faint smile. If you don't believe me, mother, just ask them. Xiao Jinjin added its own indignant squeaks. The Prince of Shiheng's smile widened slightly. Qian Shi whirled around, grabbing a nearby maid. You, tell me, did the eldest miss push second miss into the water? She dragged the terrified maid before Yun Shangtian. Think carefully before you speak, Yun Shangtian commanded. Tell me the truth. The maid stammered. My lord, madam, I saw the eldest miss and second miss. They were tugging at each other at the bow of the boat, and then second miss fell. You, Yun Shangtian roared. How could you be so vicious? Schwanger is your own sister. Yun Kaivi protested. Father, I didn't. Insolent girl. Yun Shangtian raised his hand to strike her. The Prince of Shiheng swiftly intervened, catching his wrist. Marquis, aren't you being a bit presumptuous? Yun Shangtian retorted angrily. Disciplining my daughter is none of your highness's concern. The Prince of Shiheng smiled. Actually, I was enjoying the breeze at the bow of the boat and happened to witness the two young ladies. What I saw wasn't quite as described. Yun Kaivi, smitten, thought dreamily he saw it. The prince saw it. Then, startled, she wondered, wait, what's he going to do? Xiao Jinjin, perched on her shoulder, scoffed. Idiot, he's helping you. Yun Shangtian promptly asked, So, your highness, what did you see? Rồi cô giật mình hỏi, thôi đây là muốn làm gì à? Tiểu Kim Kim tức giận coi thường mắng cô, đồ đần người ta giúp người đó. Vân Thường Thiên liền hỏi vậy vương gia đã thấy gì? With a serious expression, the Prince of Shiheng recounted, it was clear that the second miss and Madame Qian were trying to pull the eldest miss out to see the lanterns. The eldest miss, feeling unwell, declined. Then the second miss fell into the river herself. The prince continued to describe what he had witnessed. Qian Shi's face darkened. Impossible. You're slandering my Schwanger. My Schwanger is so kind and gentle. How could she do such a thing? It must have been Yun Kaivi who harmed her. The Prince of Shiheng's voice took on an edge. Are you implying I'm framing your daughter? Qian Shi trembled. I. Yun Shangtian quickly interjected. Your Highness, please forgive her. My wife is simply distraught. Qian Shi, still shaking, pleaded. My lord, you can't believe this. You must believe Schwanger. She's the kindest girl. She would never. Yun Kaivi finally spoke up. So kind? Perhaps everyone should examine the wine my sister and I were drinking. I think you'll find it quite interesting. Everyone immediately followed Yun Kaivi's suggestion. After a moment, Yun Shangtian asked, Physician Xiao, what have you found? Steward Xiao Ba replied, From what I can see, the tip of the silver needle has darkened. The wine was definitely drugged. Yun Shangtian's eyes widened. This, the Prince of Shiheng smoothly interjected. Marquis Yun, I see you're occupied. I won't intrude any further. I'll take my leave. Yun Kaivi thought, he's leaving? My handsome prince is leaving? As the prince passed by, he gave her a small smile. Yun Kaivi, stunned, realized he's amazing. Meanwhile, Yun Shangtian, enraged, slapped Qian Shi. You vile woman, How dare you plot against Kaivi with Shuang right in front of me? Yun Kaivi watched the drama unfold with a flicker of amusement. Qian Shi cried out, "My lord!" Yun Kaivi burst into tears. "Father, you finally believe me." Shout, Jin muttered, "It wasn't him, you idiot. It was the Prince of Shihang. What were you expecting from your blockhead father? Don't flatter yourself." Yun Kaivi thought he's right. Why will my father help me? And those blue eyes, they're like a tiger's. Shout, Jin, startled, squeaked a tiger. He's not human? Is he some kind of tiger-human hybrid? Yun Kaivi retorted, "You're the hybrid. He's a handsome prince. Of course he's human. A bit devious, perhaps, and he keeps looking at me. But he saved me twice tonight." Shout, Jin shuddered. "You're so thick-skinned. I hope the Prince of Shihang doesn't realize." Qian Shi wailed, "My lord, how can you accuse me so unjustly? To accuse Shuang and me like this, we might as well die. Shuang will have to marry Tu Sheng anyway. It's a death sentence either way." Yun Kaivi, feigning innocence, spoke softly, "Mother, please don't say that. Even if my sister falsely accused me, I wouldn't blame her. There's no need for this." Qian Shi seethed inwardly. "You little wretch." Yun Kaivi continued, her eyes brimming with tears. "I know you both dislike me. I've always yielded to my sister, but this time, I truly," she thought to herself, "nailed it. The perfect, innocent act." Yun Shangtian, seeing Yun Kaivi cry, felt a pang of guilt. "My dear daughter, don't cry. I almost wrongly accused you." Yun Kaivi, her eyes glistening, replied, "How could I blame you, father?" Qian Shi, enraged, yelled, "Yun Kaivi!" Yun Shangtian, seeing Qian Shi's unrepentant attitude, roared, "Enough! If you dare harm Kaivi again, I'll divorce you before we even return to the capital. You will atone for this." He gestured sharply, and two servants immediately stepped forward, seizing Qian Shi and dragging her away. She shrieked, "My lord!" Yun Shangtian, clutching his head in his hands, ordered, "Take madam back to her chambers." Qian Shi, as she was dragged away, continued to frantically cry out, "My lord! My lord!" Yun Kaivi, watching Qian Shi's forced departure, felt a surge of triumph, but maintained a facade of concern, saying to her father, "Thank you, father. Please calm yourself." Yun Shangtian sighed. "With Qian Shi like this, I'm worried about Luo. Kaivi, you'll have to take care of your little brother." At the mention of Luo, Yun Kaivi paused, searching her memories. The image of a chubby little boy saying, "I want milk," flashed through her mind. She thought, startled, "Wait, I'm practically a child myself. Why should I have to take care of a child? No way, no how." The next day, Yun Kaivi brought toys to Luo, asking, "Luo, do you like these?" Luo replied, "I like them all. I like everything." Yun Kaivi, her face flushing, cooed, "Oh my, what a cute little boy." Xiao Jin, perched on her shoulder, scoffed, "Weren't you adamant about not taking care of him? Does your face hurt from all that backpedaling?" Yun Kaivi promptly swatted the cat. "Mind your own business, you furry fiend." "In this ancient era," she muttered, "one must rely on men. And Luo is simple-minded, easy to manage." Xiao Jin, nursing his now-smarting cheek, grumbled, "Isn't it said the more beautiful a woman, the more deceptive she is? How can someone this plain also be so cunning?" Suddenly, a laugh echoed through the air. Yun Kaivi jumped, asking, "Who's there?" She spotted the Prince of Shihang perched atop the mast of their boat. Astonished, she cursed under her breath. "What in the blazes is he doing sitting up there in broad daylight? Who does he think he is?" Luo, upon seeing the prince, his eyes turned into hearts. "Pretty white-robed brother," he exclaimed. "I want to sit up high too." Yun Kaivi, rubbing Luo's head, muttered, "Only a lunatic would pull such a dangerous stunt. Don't you dare imitate him, little one." She shielded her eyes, thinking, "This is too much. My eyes, my eyes." Just then, the Prince of Shihang leaped from the mast. Luo gasped, "He can fly. Big brother can fly." Yun Kaivi rolled her eyes. "That's called Qinggong, you little goose." She thought to herself, either he's legless or possessed. As the Prince of Shihang landed before her, Yun Kaivi sighed and performed a curtsy. "Your Highness," she greeted. The prince smiled, stepping closer. Yun Kaivi felt a flicker of apprehension. "What's he doing?" she wondered. She quickly pushed him away. "Your Highness, please control yourself." Frustrated, she swung at him. You scoundrel." The Prince of Shihang's expression darkened. "Not bad," he said coldly. "But you haven't been born yet who can strike this prince." He seized her arm. Yun Kaivi scoffed. "I bet your father never laid a hand on you, did he?" At her words, his eyes narrowed, flashing a dangerous blue. Yun Kaivi felt a chill. Oh, she thought, he's angry. Those blue eyes, they really are like a tiger's. The prince gripped her shoulders, leaning down. You? He began. Yin Kaivi's heart pounded. I'm done for, she thought. I've angered him. Everyone says he's ruthless. Is he going to silence me? How dare you strike a defenseless woman? She cried. Any man who hits a woman is nothing but trash. With that, she shoved him hard. To her surprise, he simply said flat. Yin Kaivi blinked. Huh, he continued. I'm telling you, even if you puff them up, they're still not there. Yin Kaivi's mind reeled. What? Realization dawned. I'll have him when I'm older, she yelled indignantly. Glancing down at her chest, she muttered, I will. The prince continued to stare, raising an eyebrow. Oh, really? Yin Kaivi covered herself, her face burning. You shameless pervert. The prince chuckled. You don't have the prerequisites for me to be shameless. Furious, she shouted, leave. If you don't go, I'll call my father. The prince smiled. By all means, call him. Let everyone know. Then I'll be obligated to take responsibility. Tutorial time. Xiao Jinjin began his lecture on the Prince of Shihang, alias the Walking Calamity. Almost single-handedly wiped out the Shihang kingdom. Age, 24. Marital status, single. Characteristics, handsome, highly skilled in martial arts. Bad temper. Yin Kaivi yelled in exasperation. Go away. I'd never marry you. She thought to herself, violent brute. Who'd want to marry you in this ancient era? To her dismay, Xiao Diem lifted her chin and asked, what will you do if I don't leave? Yin Kaivi froze, then recoiled, clutching herself dramatically. With a look of utter disgust, she shrieked, You, don't come any closer. Suddenly, on the slippery deck, she lost her footing. Just as she was about to fall, Xiao Diem reached out to grab her arm. Careful, she cried. But instead of simply grabbing his hand, in her panic, she clung to him like a koala. Hey, Xiao Diem exclaimed, surprised as her arms and legs wrapped around him. He stared down at her, clinging to him like a lifeline, a look of disbelief on his face. Yin Kaivi panicked internally. Holy moly, what am I doing? She quickly pushed him away, scolding, shameless scoundrel. Then, realizing she'd initiated the embrace, she thought, wait a minute, I think I grabbed him first. Xiao Diem smirked, tossing her a small bottle. Here, he said. The bottle bonked her on the head. Ow! Yin Kaivi yelped. Xiao Diem chuckled. Xiao Ba gave it to you. Sniff it when you get seasick. Yin Kaivi picked up the bottle, staring at it for a moment. Then, forcing a sweet smile, she said, thank you. Please thank Xiao Ba for me. Inwardly, however, she fumed. Jerk, jerk, jerk. May you be forever single and unwanted. Luo'er, approaching them, chirped, Big brother is so nice to big sister. Yin Kaivi immediately snapped. Nice my foot. Xiao Diem ruffled Luo'er's hair. Good boy, he praised, and Luo'er beamed. The Prince of Shihang smiled back. Yin Kaivi, observing the scene, thought, he doesn't seem so bad when he's like this. Suddenly, a bracelet was tossed toward Xiao Diem. He caught it, looking at it quizzically for a moment. Then a knowing smile spread across his face as he looked at Yin Kaivi. Yin Kaivi blushed, pointing at him and exclaiming, Don't misunderstand. It's not for you. That bracelet was blessed at Siyun Temple. I was supposed to give it to Xiao Ba. Thank him for me. Ignoring her explanation, Xiao Diem slipped the bracelet onto his wrist, teasing, Well, I'm off. With that, he turned to leave. Yin Kaivi expected him to walk away normally, but instead, he used his Qin Gong to leap into the air. She gaped, speechless. Luo'er, equally impressed, pointed excitedly. Look, big brother is flying again. So cool. Yin Kaivi turned to Luo'er. Luo'er, don't tell me you've met this big brother before. Father doesn't like him. Luo'er asked, Why does a father like big brother? Flying is cool. Yin Kaivi replied, Father doesn't like people who fly. Look, we walk properly, and he insists on flying around. Probably means there's something wrong with his legs. Our legs are perfectly fine, so there's no need to learn from him, she added, making a face. Luo'er's eyes welled up. Okay, but Luo'er wants to fly too. Seeing Luo'er's tears, Yin Kaivi smiled. Big sister will let you fly. Up, up, and away. She lifted Luo'er into the air, making him giggle. We're flying. Luo'er squealed with delight. Flying, flying. Yin Shangtian, seeing his children playing happily together, smiled contentedly. Meanwhile, Qian Shi and Yin Baishuang watched, their faces dark with anger. Yin Baishuang gritted her teeth, seething with rage. Yin Kaivi, she thought, back at the Jinyuan Marquis mansion. Inside the courtyard, the maids were chattering excitedly. Seeing Yin Kaivi return, Nanju, Dongmei, Nakxian, Nimha, and Kai Thursday rushed forward. Eldest Miss is back. Welcome home, Eldest Miss. Yun Kaivi led little Luo inside. After arriving in the capital, Yun Shangtian entrusted the management of the household to Yun Kaivi, who readily accepted. Everyone in the mansion was both surprised and impressed. They were all astonished by Yun Kaivi's competence. At the dining table, Yun Shangtian laughed heartily. I've been so busy since arriving in the capital. Today is the first time I've been able to sit down for a proper meal with everyone. I'll punish myself with a drink, he declared, raising his wine cup and draining it. Qian Shi, seated to his right, feigned concern. My lord, don't say that. You work so hard for us, and I can't do anything to help. I truly feel uneasy. Inwardly, however, she was hoping Yun Shangtian would hand over control of the Jinyuan Marquis mansion to her. Yun Shangtian chuckled. What's past is past. We're still a family. Yun Kaivi, seated his left, spoke up. Father is right. I believe Mother also understands that what happened before was wrong. As long as it doesn't happen again, all is well. Qian Shi immediately said to Yun Shangtian, My lord, I wouldn't dare to do it again. I will definitely change. Yun Shangtian cut her off. All right, let's eat. Yun Kaivi, seeing the matter dropped, stared blankly in disbelief. Seriously, father? Can I really trust this? She thought. Just as Yun Kaivi was reeling from her father's actions, Luo, sitting beside her, tugged at her sleeve. Sister, I want a chicken leg. Yun Kaivi snapped back to attention, picking up a drumstick and offering it to him. Here, Luo, have this big one so you can grow big and strong. Luo beamed. At that moment, Yun Shangtian spoke again. On the 8th, the Empress Dowager is holding a chrysanthemum appreciation banquet and has invited our whole family. We must prepare carefully and not disgrace the Marquis mansion. Yun Kaivi looked up, puzzled. A chrysanthemum appreciation banquet? Qian Shi smiled. The crown princess passed away half a year ago. Is this a selection for the new crown princess? Yun Shangtian looked at Yun Kaivi, smiling. That's right, Kaivi. The crown prince inquired about you. You must make a good impression. Yun Kaivi, still slightly dazed, replied, Is that so? Yun Baishuang, overhearing this, seethed inwardly. Father didn't even look at me. He only spoke to Yun Kaivi. Could be. She glared furiously at Yun Kaivi, her anger so palpable that even Qian Shi, sitting beside her, noticed and glanced at her daughter. Yun Kaivi, feeling Yun Baishuang's intense gaze, muttered to herself, What is that girl scheming now? Back in her room after dinner, Yun Baishuang exploded. How could this be? How could Yun Kaivi catch the crown prince's eye? Does she actually think she can become crown princess? She kicked over a potted plant in frustration. Qian Shi tried to soothe her. Shuanger, keep your voice down. What if someone hears you? Why are you so agitated? Yun Baishuang gritted her teeth. How can I not be agitated? Why would father want to marry me off to that old lecher while she gets to seduce the crown prince? Qian Shi's face darkened. She can't do anything until the chrysanthemum banquet. We'll just wait and see. Now to go back and rest. Yun Kaivi and Luo were in the corridor not far away. Luo, having witnessed the scene, tugged on Yun Kaivi's sleeve. Sister, was mother arguing with someone? Yun Kaivi patted Luo's head, a look of disdain on her face as she glanced towards the two. Be good, you heard wrong. It was just two wildcats fighting. Luo, trusting his sister, nodded. Back in her room, Yun Kaivi collapsed on her bed with a groan. That entire dinner was a battlefield. I am exhausted. Just then, Xiao Jinjin leaped through the window, his face covered in scratches. I'm dead tired, he exclaimed. Yun Kaivi sat up, alarmed. Xiao Jinjin, were you in a fight? Xiao Jinjin replied. Those capital cats think they're so tough. I had to teach them a lesson. Yun Kaivi gave him a thumbs up. Good job. That's my cat. All style, no substance. Xiao Jinjin scoffed. Mind your own business. Go seduce your crown prince. Hearing this, Yun Kaivi froze, lost in thought. Me, a beautiful young woman of the 21st century, reduced to seducing some ancient man, serving tea, pouring water, waiting on him hand and foot, and I even have to smile for them? Forget it. The thought infuriated her. Just let it all go to hell. At the hibiscus garden, Yun Shangtian saw Yun Baishuang and spoke up. Baishuang, why are you dressed so plainly today? Yun Baishuang smiled. Father, so many noble ladies are here today, each one a breathtaking beauty. My appearance is ordinary, and if I dressed too extravagantly, I would only become a laughingstock. She then pointedly glanced at Yun Kaivi. Yun Kaivi, noticing the look, feigned innocence. Am I dressed inappropriately? Damn that Yun Baishuang, what a sneaky move. Inwardly, Yun Kaivi chuckled. I knew you'd cake your face with makeup. Suddenly, Xiao DM appeared, clapping Yun Kaivi on the shoulder. Miss Yun, you're quite striking today. Hardly what I'd call ordinary. Yin Kaivi, startled, turned to see the Prince of Shihang. What's this guy doing here? Seeing Xiao DM arrive, Qian Shi and Yun Baishuang immediately curtsied. Your Highness, Prince of Shihang. Xiao DM, looking at Yin Kaivi, smiled. No need for formalities. Yin Kaivi thought, is this guy crazy? Why is he acting so familiar? Xiao DM then sauntered off. Yin Kaivi fumed. Qian Shi, standing beside Yin Shangtian, remarked, My lord, it seems the Prince of Shihang has taken an interest in Kaivi. He's quite the eligible bachelor. Yin Baishuang scoffed internally. Seducing the crown prince wasn't enough. Now she's after the Prince of Shihang too. What a vixen. Yin Kaivi thought, you're the villain here, so stay in your lane. Yin Shangtian then addressed Yin Kaivi. Kaivi, the Prince of Shihang is not someone to trifle with. Don't provoke him or cause any trouble. Startled, Yin Kaivi replied, I understand, father. But inwardly, she screamed, he's the one provoking me. What am I supposed to do? In a corner of the hibiscus garden, Yin Kaivi spotted a peacock and exclaimed, Wow, so beautiful. White peacock, you're so gorgeous. Can you fan your tail for me? Come on, show me. Her eyes sparkled with excitement. The white peacock looked down its beak at her. Silly girl, you're not a peahen. Stung, Yin Kaivi muttered, I'm being insulted by a peacock now? Just then, Xiao DM approached. Peacocks fan their tails to attract mates. Miss Yin, you're dressed so simply today. Could it be you're trying to stand out from the crowd to attract the crown prince? Yin Kaivi flinched. That voice again. Turning, she saw Xiao DM and asked nervously, What do you want? Xiao DM stepped closer. Answer my question. Yin Kaivi feigned ignorance. What are you talking about? Secretly, she thought this guy is actually quite handsome up close. Dangerously handsome. The white peacock on the rock repeated the question. He's asking if you're trying to seduce the crown prince. Yin Kaivi's jaw dropped. Then, regaining her composure, she retorted haughtily, You're the one trying to seduce the crown prince. She thought, who would want to jump into that fiery pit? Xiao DM asked, Are you insulting the crown prince? Yin Kaivi quickly replied, That's none of your highness's business. Xiao DM pressed further. You clearly despise the crown prince. He's not even worthy of your attention. What kind of man are you looking for? Yin Kaivi snapped. What kind of man I want has nothing to do with you, old man. Xiao DM froze. Old man. Yin Kaivi teased. 24 and still unmarried? Only your highness. The crown prince is even younger than you. Xiao DM trembled with indignation. Meanwhile, Yun Baishuang complained to Qian Shi, Mother, how can that wretched girl have the chance to become crown princess while I'm forced to marry that old lecher, Duke Chanhua? Qian Shi replied, Shuanger, lower your voice. What if someone hears you? Blame that sly girl for pushing you into the water. Otherwise, you would be the one vying for the crown prince's hand, and she would be marrying Zhu Shitting. Yin Baishuang retorted, Mother, no matter what, I will not marry that old man. Just wait until the chrysanthemum appreciation banquet begins, then I'll launch my counterattack. Qian Shi and Yun Baishuang, just you wait and see. This plan absolutely has to succeed. Unseen, Yin Kaivi, observing the conversation, thought to herself, Very well, I'll just wait and watch your little drama unfold. At that moment, Liang Qingchan, Yin Kaivi's cousin, approached. Kaivi, where did you run off to? Mother and I have been looking all over for you. Su Shi, Yin Kaivi's aunt, also arrived. Yin Kaivi, surprised, greeted them, aunt cousin. She reflected, remembering how close she and Liang Qingchan had been in their childhood. A memory surfaced. Yin Kaivi, seated while Su Shi styled her hair, and Liang Qingchan saying, Kaivi, sit still. My mother is very skilled. She'll make your hair look beautiful. Yin Kaivi recalled how much her own mother and aunt had doted on her. Su Shi stepped forward, stroking Yin Kaivi's hair. Kaivi, your hair is even more lovely now, like a young girl's. Liang Qingchan agreed. Indeed, Liang Qingchan replied. Yin Kaivi asked excitedly, Cousin, are you also here for the crown prince election? Liang Qingchan laughed. How could that be? I have no desire to be the crown princess. Just then, the eunuch's voice rang out. His Majesty the Emperor arrives. Her Majesty the Empress arrives. His Highness the Crown Prince arrives. His Highness Prince Hung arrives. Please be seated. Everyone entered the banquet hall and took their seats. The The emperor, seated on the raised platform, spoke. There's plenty of room beside me. Prince Hung, why are you sitting so far away? Xiao Diem smiled. Thank you for your kindness, your majesty, but I prefer a bit more freedom. Besides, he added, glancing meaningfully at Yun Kaivi, I prefer the view from here. Yun Kaivi, flustered by his attention, murmured softly. The emperor chuckled. Very well, sit where you please. The empress, observing the exchange, seethed with jealousy. His majesty truly favors Prince Hung. His grace grows daily, nearly surpassing the crown prince's. Meanwhile, the crown prince, witnessing his father's attention toward Xiao Diem, trembled with anger. The empress frowned, thinking, this Prince Hung is a definite obstacle to my son's future. She quickly spoke up. Do any of the young ladies have talents they wish to share with us for entertainment? The emperor praised her. Excellent suggestion, Empress. A pair of sisters stepped forward. We sisters would like to offer a dance for your amusement. Other young women murmured amongst themselves, it's just dancing. Look how smug they are. However, the sisters' dance was mesmerizingly beautiful. Yun Kaivi and Liang Qinchan, captivated, whispered to each other. Kaivi, look how beautifully they dance. It's wonderful. Don't worry, cousin, we won't be chosen. The emperor applauded. Excellent, truly excellent. I've heard that the daughters of the Grand Tutor and the Jinyuan Marquis are also present. Where are they? Are they hiding? Yun Kaivi and Liang Qinchan, picking up silk ribbons, gave awkward, exaggerated performances. Liang Qinchan whispered, Cousin, is this all right? Yun Kaivi replied, Perfectly fine. Let's make those stiff-faced, miserable onlookers even more uncomfortable. The emperor winced, but forced a smile. Lovely, beautiful dancing, truly remarkable. He thought to himself, these modern dances are so peculiar. The empress, beside him, mused, should I play along with his majesty now? Others joined in, applauding and calling out, beautiful, wonderful. Yun Kaivi and Liang Qinchan, startled, exchanged glances. What? The emperor addressed Liang Qinchan. Lady Qinchan, daughter of the Grand Tutor, does the crown prince find you agreeable? The crown prince replied, dutifully, I will abide by father's arrangements. The emperor turned to Xiao Diem. Prince Hung, you are a year older than the crown prince. Have you found a young lady to your liking yet? Xiao Diem replied, I am not in any hurry, your majesty. Besides, a crude, unrefined man like myself, what young lady would willingly choose me? The emperor, irritated, scolded him. Nonsense. You are the Prince Hung appointed by me. Who would dare look down upon you? Among the noble ladies present today, is there anyone who catches your eye? I will arrange the marriage for you. Xiao Diem stood up. Your majesty, if you wish to bestow a marriage upon me, I find this young lady quite pleasing to the eye. With those words, he walked towards Yun Kaivi. He began, then smiled, gazing intently at the stunned Yun Kaivi. He continued, Your Majesty, this young lady seems adequate. She'll do. Yun Kaivi's jaw dropped. What the hell? She'll do? Does he think he's picking out vegetables at the market? Yun Shangtian, seeing his daughter's stunned expression, hastily rose to his feet. Your Majesty, my daughter is still young and unworthy of Prince Hung. I beg you to reconsider. The emperor frowned. But I recall your eldest daughter is of marriageable age. If Prince Hung is pleased, then I shall finalize this union. Yun Shangtian glanced at the crown prince, who gave a subtle nod. With a grim expression, he replied, As you wish, your majesty. Very well. As the banquet concluded, the other noble women murmured amongst themselves. Imagine, that poor Yun family eldest daughter. Compared to her, we're quite fortunate. While we may not become a crown princess, at least we won't have to marry that. Liang Qinchan sighed. Cousin, is the heavens playing a joke on us? Yun Kaivi, lost in thought, also sighed. Which escape route from this arranged marriage should I take? She mentally flipped through her imaginary, avoiding marriage handbook. Lost in her strategizing, Yun Kaivi was interrupted by Yun Baishuang, who rushed over, a smug look on her face. Serves you right. You ruined my chances of marrying the Chengwa Duke, and now look what's happened. Karma. Yun Kaivi stared at her impassively, then turned to Liang Qinchan. Cousin, let's go. Liang Qinchan, still reeling, simply replied, all right. Seeing them leave, Yun Baishuang hurried after them. Sister, don't go so fast. Prince Hung may command an army, she said, her voice laced with false concern. But I hear he's a cruel man. They say all his concubines end up dead. Yun Kaivi stopped and fixed her with a cold stare. If you haven't seen it with your own eyes, how can you know Prince Hung is cruel? From now on, I am his wife. You should kneel before me. I'll overlook it this time. But in the future, sister, you must be more careful with your words. With that, she turned and walked away, leaving Yun Baishuang fuming. You think you're so high and mighty now? I'll never kneel to you. Dream on. At the Jinyuan Marquis mansion, servants carrying gifts whispered amongst themselves. Heavens, His Majesty is bestowing such lavish gifts. Even the crown prince's betrothal wasn't this extravagant. Yun Kaivi rushed over, her eyes gleaming as she beheld the glittering jewels and exquisite silks. The other servants exclaimed, "Eldest Miss is so fortunate." Yun Baishuang, watching from the side, seethed with envy. Mother, why so many gifts for her? I want some too. Yun Kaivi, clutching the treasures, thought if I sell all this and run, I'll have enough to live comfortably for the rest of my life. A slow smile spread across her face. She chuckled softly to herself. At the Shihang Prince's residence, Xiao Diem's advisor, Xiao Ba, presented him with a list. Your Highness, please review the list of betrothal gifts. If there are no issues, I will arrange for them to be delivered to the Jinyuan Marquis mansion on an auspicious date. Xiao Dam, casually reading a book, replied, You decide. Xiao Ba smiled. Your Highness, marriage is a serious matter. We cannot be careless, nor can we allow Miss Yun to feel slighted. Just then, a servant rushed in. Your Highness, it's the princess. Xiao Dam, startled, lowered his book. Xiao Ba immediately asked, What about the princess? Explain yourself clearly. The servant stammered. The princess, she pawned and sold all the gifts His Majesty bestowed. Xiao Diem's grip tightened on his book. Yun Kaivi. Meanwhile, disguised as a man, Yun Kaivi approached a pawn shop. This place looks promising, nice and financially robust. She strode inside, a large sack slung over her shoulder. Shopkeeper, she called out, I have some rare and valuable items. Appraise them for me. The shopkeeper, intrigued, approached her. Young master, may I have a look at these treasures? Yun Kaivi opened the sack, revealing shimmering pearls and exquisite paintings. The shopkeeper's eyes widened. Oh my! The heavenly #1 room, in the middle, the attendant directed, leading Yun Kaivi to a designated chamber. Young mistress, please wait a moment. Our appraiser will be here shortly to assess the value for you. Yun Kaivi waved her hand dismissively. All right. Once inside, she grinned, a thrill coursing through her. Once I pawn all this, I'll be the richest woman in this ancient era. The mere thought sent shivers down her spine. Just then, Xiao Diem entered, a sardonic eyebrow raised. Capable of trembling, are you? I see you have no concept of the heavens or the earth, he continued. Yun Kaivi, startled by his sudden appearance, gasped. You. He strode towards her, sweeping aside the curtain with a furious glare. You dare try to sell the bestowed antique paintings and calligraphy? Does Miss Yun have 9 lives to spare? Yun Kaivi instinctively clutched the treasures on the table. Who said I'm selling them? I'm getting them appraised. What's wrong with that? Panic fluttered in her chest. Could these be his possessions? What rotten luck. Xiao Diem stepped closer, tilting her chin upwards with a finger. Selling the paintings and calligraphy to fund your escape from our marriage? Miss Yun, your audacity is remarkable. Yun Kaivi retorted instantly. I don't know what you're talking about. The bottom line is, I'm not marrying you. What are you going to do about it? Xiao Diem pinched her cheek, his eyes glinting dangerously. What am I going to do? Listen well. Behave yourself and accept your role as my princess consort. You can't escape me. Yun Kaivi, her cheeks stinging, yelled, Get your hands off me. Xiao Diem chuckled. I don't think I will. Yun Kaivi's fury boiled over. Xiao Diem, you scoundrel. Back at the Jinyuan Marquis mansion, Yun Kaivi frantically packed her belongings. I'm getting out of this ridiculous ancient world. Women have to obey every single rule and can't even get divorced. I refuse to be a pawn in this game. Little Jean, her feline companion, stretched languidly, observing the chaos. Did Xiao Diem finally wear you down? He's not really that bad. Why not just marry him? Yun Kaivi whirled around, her face darkening. Easy for you to say. Why don't you marry him? Little Jean swatted at her playfully. This cat is male. Yun Kaivi wailed. I'm not marrying that devil. I'm escaping. Escaping. Little Jean spoke up. Actually, I know a secret escape route. Yun Kaivi's eyes widened with hope. Really? Little Jean backed away, cautiously. Don't get too close. When are you planning to leave? He asked. Yun Kaivi replied, tonight, at the hour of the wrath. Under the cover of darkness, Yun Kaivi, her belongings bundled in a cloth sack slung over her shoulder, crept out of the mansion. Is this really happening? She thought. A gentleman takes 10 years to avenge a wrong. Forget revenge, she muttered, wiping sweat from her brow. Survival comes first. Her eyes scanned the perimeter wall. A gap. Found it. She squeezed through the opening. Success. Mother, I'm finally free, she whispered, tears welling up. Suddenly, a dog barked. Looking up, she saw a large white dog growling menacingly. Go away, don't follow me, you mutt. Shout DM appeared, a smirk playing on his lips. That's my precious pet. A keen nose, swift as the wind, able to distinguish good from evil. He's my personal gatekeeper. Yun Kaivi glared at him. No thanks. I don't need this haunting presence. Ignoring her outburst, Shout DM commanded his dog. San Mo, keep an eye on her. The dog barked in acknowledgement. Speak human language. Yun Kaivi snapped. Shout DM turned to her, his expression unwavering. I told you, you can't escape me. Don't think you can keep me here with this mangy mutt. Yun Kaivi challenged. Get past him, then we'll talk, Shout DM replied. San Mo, pay attention to my princess consort. No slacking, or there'll be no dinner. The dog growled, fixing Yun Kaivi with an intense stare. Yun Kaivi backed away, fear creeping into her heart. Damn dog, she cursed under her breath, guarding his mountain of firewood. Sooner or later, I'll crush you beneath my heel. Yun Kaivi privately relished the imagined scene of Xiao DM groveling at her feet, begging for mercy. Will you dare to find me again? She'd sneer. Xiao DM would frantically plead, please, spare me. But in reality, Yun Kaivi wouldn't dare. She simply turned away. Consider this your victory for now, she muttered. Just you wait, Shout DM called after her. Where are you going? Yun Kaivi raised her middle finger in response. Home, to sleep. Shout DM scoffed. Bred in a doghouse, are you? Planning to waltz through the front gate. Yun Kaivi faltered, the jibe hitting its mark. She realized her plan to sneak back in after her attempted escape would be easily foiled. Shout DM sighed. Allow this prince to escort you. He swept her into his arms and, with a display of effortless grace, vaulted over the wall of the Jinyuan Marquis mansion. Gently setting her down, he said, no need for thanks. It's only what a husband should do. It's getting late, my princess. You should retire. What's it to you? Yun Kaivi snapped. Mind your own business. She was so furious she wanted to bite him. But Xiao DM, tall and strong, easily restrained her with one hand. As my princess consort, you are naturally under the care of your husband, which is me. Yun Kaivi raged. Don't get any ideas. I'm not marrying you. Don't even dream of it. With that, she spun around and fled, both middle fingers raised high. Xiao DM chuckled, shaking his head. Aren't noble ladies supposed to be demure and obedient? He mused. What an interesting girl. Then he called out, Agio. As if summoned from thin air, the shadow guard Agio appeared, kneeling in obeisance. At your service, your highness. Xiao DM commanded. Keep an eye on her. If she escapes, don't bother coming back. Yes, your highness. Agio responded instantly. The next morning, Yun Kaivi sat before the stoic shadow guard. Say, big brother, she began. Aren't you tired after sitting here all night? Agio replied impassively. No. Yun Kaivi offered him a drumstick. Here, have this freshly cooked chicken leg. Fill your belly. Agio remained unmoved. No need. Undeterred, Yun Kaivi tried a different tactic. Do you have any siblings? You must be the most handsome and dashing of them all. Agio's voice remained flat. Spare me the flattery. It's useless. I won't betray his highness. Frustrated, Yun Kaivi muttered. I hear the price of tofu dregs has dropped recently. Back in her room, Yun Kaivi slumped onto a chaise lounge, groaning. Even dogs are hard to fool these days. This is heartbreaking. Little Jean, perched on the table, spoke up after finishing a fish. Besides the dog, there's someone else secretly watching you. You won't be able to trick them. Give it up. Yun Kaivi sat up. Who is it? Little Jean licked its paws. Sent by Xiao DM, a highly skilled expert. Even if you find them, you can't beat them. Yun Kaivi continued to lament. Xiao DM, you demon. Just then, Yun Baishuang's voice shrieked from outside. Where did this vicious dog come from? Yun Kaivi bolted upright. What's going on? Outside, Agio was barking at Yun Baishuang, who cried out in fear. Yun Kaivi, since when did you have a dog? Make it go away. Yun Kaivi questioned Agio, then noticed the shoe print on his fur. Agio growled menacingly at Yun Baishuang, who wailed, You filthy mutt, you bit me. My father will kill you. Yun Kaivi seethed. The nerve. You kicked my dog, and now you want him dead. She rushed forward, stroking Agio's head. Agio, don't lower yourself to her level. She's an idiot. Yun Baishuang ran off, shouting, I'm telling father, you deliberately set that vicious beast on me. Agio, watching her retreat, scoffed. Stupid woman. Of course, Yun Kaivi agreed, chuckling. Not everyone can be as brilliant as me. Her maid, observing this exchange, looked bewildered. The eldest miss was truly peculiar. First, she talked to the cat, and then she spoke to the dog. A short while later, Yun Shangtian arrived at her quarters with Lady Qian and Yun Baishuang. Yun Baishuang cried out, Father, you must get justice for me. Yun Shangtian asked Yun Kaivi, Kaivi, why are you keeping such a large dog? And why did you let it frighten your younger sister? Yun Kaivi replied, Father, because we have many valuable items in the house. I keep in the courtyard for protection. As for my sister, she continued, her voice laced with irritation, she kicked it first and then ran to you to complain. She's the one at fault. Yun Baishuang, hearing this, retorted fearfully, You're talking nonsense. You let this dog run wild, and it nearly bit me. Yun Kaivi pointed at her and snapped, Oh really? Then show me where you're injured. Yun Baishuang, challenged, could only stammer. Yun Shangtian intervened. All right, you two, stop this bickering. Kaivi, I came here today to discuss your marriage. Xiao DM is not a good match for you. Perhaps you should go and discuss this with your maternal grandfather. Yun Kaivi frowned at this suggestion. I don't want to lose the crown prince's favor by going to my grandfather and offending the emperor. What a brilliant idea. Feigning tears, she said, Father, I've already accepted my fate. Please don't worry about me. Besides, she continued, her voice choked with false emotion, the imperial decree has been issued. What can my maternal grandfather do? Lady Qian, standing beside her, chimed in, My lord, please don't worry. Kaivi is naturally blessed, and marrying the Prince of Shihang is a good match. Yun Shangtian snapped at Lady Qian. Silence. What does a woman understand? Xiao DM in the southwest. There are so many rumors. Just then, Xiao DM himself stepped forward. Oh, he inquired. What sort of rumors are circulating about this prince in the southwest that would make the Marquis so dissatisfied with me? Yun Shangtian, startled by Xiao Dim's sudden appearance, stammered, Your Highness. Yun Kaivi was equally surprised to see him. Yun Shangtian, his voice trembling, asked, Your Highness, what do you mean? Yun Kaivi, exasperated, pointed at Xiao Dim. Shouldn't you be asking why this man always appears out of nowhere? Xiao Dim stepped forward. My beloved hound went missing. I followed its tracks to the Jinyuan Marquis mansion. I didn't expect to overhear the Marquis saying he didn't intend to let his daughter marry me. Does the Marquis intend to defy the imperial decree? Yun Shangtian, panicked, quickly denied it. Absolutely not, Your Highness. Xiao Dim continued, his voice smooth. If that's the case, then I hope the Marquis will take better care of my future princess consort. She looks so frail. Has she been suffering hardships here at the Jinyuan Marquis mansion? Yun Kaivi blushed at his apparent concern. Then, realizing he called her frail, she thought indignantly frail. Yun Shangtian, sweating, quickly explained, Your Highness, Kaivi has been delicate since childhood. She's the eldest daughter. How could she possibly suffer any hardships? Lady Qian and Yun Baishuang nodded vigorously in agreement, murmuring, Yes, yes. Xiao Dim, seemingly satisfied, turned to Yun Kaivi. If there are no issues, then our wedding will proceed as planned, correct? Yun Kaivi responded evasively, Well, I can't say for certain. Xiao Dim, sensing her reluctance, raised an eyebrow. Yun Kaivi continued, After all, times are unpredictable. One's fortune can change at any moment, wouldn't you agree? Xiao Dim, understanding her prevarications, sighed dramatically. Is that so? Then I shall leave my beloved hound here to protect my future princess consort. Until the day she marries me, of course. Yun Kaivi exclaimed, I don't need your dog's protection. Take that smelly beast away. The dog, insulted, growled menacingly. Yun Shangtian hastily intervened. Kaivi, how dare you speak to His Highness in such a disrespectful manner? behave yourself. The dog barked again, even louder this time. Yun Kaivi, startled, instinctively moved closer to Xiao DM. Master, you're here. Don't let it attack. Xiao DM smiled. It seems my princess consort wishes for me to protect her personally. Yun Kaivi immediately backed away from him. No, I definitely don't want that. I'm feeling faint. I'm going back to my room to rest. With that, she fled. Xiao DM, witnessing this, merely smirked. Inside her room, Yun Kaivi stood before the mirror, weeping and wailing. I can't stand it anymore. That arrogant wretch, Xiao DM, is too overbearing. If I don't get out of here, I'll truly lose my mind. Just then, little Jean, her cat, spoke up from beside her. I can help you deal with that idiot, but you'll have to handle the shadow guard yourself. Yun Kaivi immediately asked, Really? Little Jean swished its tail, replying, Why would I lie to you? Yun Kaivi, still skeptical, asked disdainfully, And what's the catch? Little Jean blushed. A catch? Well, I'm in need of an adorable girlfriend. Yun Kaivi thought to herself, a female cat. Your request isn't too difficult to fulfill. She immediately struck a deal with little Jean, exclaiming, Deal? She paused and thought, but I can't possibly defeat that shadow guard. A mischievous idea sparked in her mind, and she grinned deviously. I've got it. That evening, Yun Kaivi coughed, took a deep breath, and then screamed. It hurts. Ow! She cried theatrically. Agio, hearing the commotion, assumed something was wrong and burst through the door calling out, Princess Consort. Agio rushed to her side. I'm here. Are you hurt? Where are you injured? Yun Kaivi replied without hesitation. You're just in time. Before Agio could understand what was happening, Yun Kaivi flung a handful of golden powder at him. It was a sleeping potion. Seizing the opportunity, Yun Kaivi shouted, Help! Someone! There's a pervert! Agio, disbelieving, stammered, Sleeping potion. Princess Consort you. But before he could finish, he collapsed unconscious. Alerted by Yun Kaivi's cries, the maids rushed into the room. Yun Kaivi began to feign tears. I was so scared. Quickly, apprehend this pervert, she cried, pointing at the unconscious Agio. The maids immediately rushed to drag Agio out of the room. Yun Kaivi nodded, saying, Yes. Drag him out. Meanwhile, Agio remained blissfully unaware, lost in a deep slumber. That night, outside the Jinyuan Marquis mansion, a drunken hooligan stumbled along, drinking and singing. Suddenly, his wine flask ran dry. He exclaimed in frustration, Empty. Ugh. Behind him, Ta-Mo and little Jean were arguing. Ta-Mo angrily snarled, Stupid cat, you'll regret this. Little Jean retorted, Stinky dog, you're the one who. Their bickering caught the attention of the drunken hooligan. He turned around, saying, This alley is quite lively. It's been a while since I've had some meat. Hearing his words, both Ta-Mo and little Jean trembled in fear. From the same dog hole she had used before, Yun Kaivi emerged, carrying her tools, and sighed. Finally out. Perfect. Huh. Wasn't little Jean supposed to be here to meet me? She turned her head and noticed little Jean and Ta-Mo tied to a tree. She cried out, Ta-Montak, little Jean, what are you two doing? She reached out to help them, but little Jean snapped. Can't you see we're tied up? Untie us quick. The hooligan from earlier returned, carrying firewood for a fire. Seeing Yun Kaivi, he leered and said, Well, what luck? A woman. Little Jean yelled, Oh no, stupid woman, run. Yun Kaivi looked back in confusion, asking, The hooligan dropped the wood and advanced towards Yun Kaivi. Yun Kaivi thought to herself, This is just like those transmigration novels, where there's always some attempted assault. She muttered, But I should be fine. I know my own strength. The hooligan, undeterred, grabbed her hand. Such a beautiful woman. Yun Kaivi snapped, Are you blind? Get lost. If you don't leave, I'll call for help. The hooligan laughed. I like them feisty. He then ripped her sleeve. Panicked, Yun Kaivi threw down her bag and ran, shouting, Little Jean, I'm getting out of here. The hooligan gave chase. Wait for me, my darling. Yun Kaivi called back. Our plan, we'll regroup later. But she hadn't noticed the loose stone in the path. She tripped and fell, sprawling onto the ground. The thug caught up, looming over her. My darling, he sneered, I've got you now. Yun Kaivi scrambled backwards, trembling, as the thug shrugged off his outer robe. I haven't touched a woman in days, he growled. Tonight's my lucky night. Yun Kaivi curled into a ball, tears streaming down her face. In your dreams, you creep. Just then, Xiao DM arrived on the scene. You dare lay a hand on her? He demanded. Yun Kaivi looked up at Xiao DM, relief flooding through her. My hero, finally, the thug turned, sneering. And who the hell are you? Xiao DM stepped forward. You dare touch this prince's woman, he said, his voice dangerously low. You clearly have a death wish. A rock flew through the air, striking the thug squarely in the face. He crumpled to the ground, unconscious. Pathetic, Xiao DM scoffed. Yun Kaivi, seeing her chance, scrambled to her feet. Xiao DM turned to her, his voice sharp with annoyance. Trying to run away again? What if something had actually happened to you? Yun Kaivi, bruised and shaken, protested. I didn't expect this to happen. Xiao DM sighed and shrugged out of his cloak. Vân Kaivi vết thương đời mình ủy khuất nói, ta nào có ngờ tới lại như thế này, tiêu diệt thời dài cởi áo khoác ngoài của mình xuống. Yun Kaivi's eyes widened in alarm. What are you doing? Xiao Dim draped the cloak around her shoulders. You're practically indecent. Come with me back to the manor. Yun Kaivi blushed. Back to the manor? What for? Xiao Dim replied curtly. To tend to your wounds. Yun Kaivi stammered. That's not necessary. Xiao Dim's face darkened. Without another word, he scooped her into his arms. Xiao Dim, put me down! Yun Kaivi cried, struggling against him. Behave yourself, he snapped. I can walk. I can walk. Yun Kaivi insisted. Really? Just put me down? I won't run away again. With a sigh, Xiao Dim set her back on her feet. The moment her feet touched the ground, Yun Kaivi winced. Ow! She muttered under her breath. Xiao Dim sighed again, scooping her back into his arms. Trying to be brave? He asked. Yun Kaivi, looking up at him, felt her cheeks flush. He's not entirely awful, she thought. Back at the manor, Xiao Dim set her down on a chair. Take off your clothes, he commanded. What? Yun Kaivi exclaimed, startled. What are you doing? A mischievous glint appeared in Xiao Dim's eyes. What do you think I'm doing? He purred. Be a good girl. Are you going to take them off yourself? Or am I going to have to help you? He leaned in close. This can't be happening, Yun Kaivi thought frantically. Outside, the leaves rustled in the night breeze. Xiao Dim stood in the garden, gazing at the moon. Full moon, he murmured. Xiaoba approached him. Your Highness, he said, tonight is the 15th. You still wish to save Miss Yin? But your body... Xiao Dim's expression darkened. Don't worry, Xiaoba. I'm fine. It's just the curse is acting up again. White fur began to sprout on his skin. Inside the manor, Yun Kaivi fumed. That jerk, Xiao Dim. He just left without a word. He didn't even bother to cover my legs. I'm freezing to death. She began to dress, remembering Xiao Dim's words. I'll be back shortly, he'd said, lying on the bed, still paralyzed by Xiao Dim's pressure point technique. Yun Kaivi's frustration grew. Come back and unfreeze me then. Finally able to move again, she exploded. I've been frozen stiff for 2 hours. This is infuriating. Just you wait, Xiao Dim. She stormed out of the room, looking around. This manor is huge. I can't even find the door in the middle of the night. Suddenly, she heard shouts. Quick, catch it. Yun Kaivi crept closer, peering around a corner. What's going on? It's the middle of the night, and the manor is so noisy. Over here. Where's the rope? The servants cried. Yun Kaivi gasped. Is that a white tiger? The servants scrambled, ropes in hand. Catch it. Lock it up. Yun Kaivi stared in disbelief. Brother Tiger. Xiao Ba's voice cut through the commotion. Be careful. Don't hurt it. Yun Kaivi ran forward. Xiao Ba, let me help. Xiao Ba quickly stopped her. Your Highness, don't run over there. It's dangerous. Yun Kaivi immediately replied. It's all right. I know Brother Tiger won't hurt me. She ran towards the creature excitedly. Brother Tiger, the mist is so thick. Do you still remember me? It's me. The white tiger, startled at the sight of her, let out a deafening roar. Yun Kaivi recoiled in alarm. What's happened to you? The white tiger roared again and lunged towards her. Brother Tiger, calm down. Yun Kaivi cried, dodging the tiger's swipe just in time. She stumbled and fell, pain shooting through her. Brother Tiger, what's wrong with you? She thought to herself, this isn't good. This is going very wrong. Then, with a burst of adrenaline, she leaped onto the white tiger's back, grabbing hold of its fur and clinging on tight. What's going on? She wondered aloud. You were so gentle when you saved me before. Xiao Ba, witnessing the scene, shouted in alarm. Miss Yin, let go. He doesn't recognize anyone right now. He'll hurt you. Yun Kaivi cried back. He saved me. He's not a bad tiger. The white tiger bucked and thrashed, throwing Yun Kaivi from its back. It landed with a thud and glared at her, rage burning in its eyes. Terror seized Yun Kaivi, and a cold sweat broke out on her forehead. He's lost all reason, she thought. What am I going to do? Just then, a servant shouted, It's here! It's here! a massive iron cage suddenly dropped from above, trapping the white tiger within its bars. The onlookers exclaimed, "Why did it take so long to bring this?" The servant replied, "The storage room is quite far. You know." The trapped white tiger roared in frustration, pacing back and forth and throwing itself against the bars. Yun Kaivi's heart ached at the sight. Brother Tiger, don't be afraid. Don't hurt anyone, and no one will hurt you." She approached the cage cautiously and reached out to stroke the tiger's head. "I'm here," she soothed. The white tiger, sensing her presence, closed its eyes. The surrounding servants gasped in astonishment. She actually calmed the prince down. The now calm white tiger spoke, its voice filled with remorse. "I'm sorry. I hurt you." Yun Kaivi looked down in surprise at the scratches on her hand. It's okay," she stammered. "Will you tie a ribbon for me?" The white tiger immediately turned its head and snapped. "Get lost." It was Xiao DM, transformed. "I'm not doing anything that childish," he thought to himself. But a moment later, the white tiger, still in its transformed state, gently bandaged Yun Kaivi's hand and tied a ribbon around it. The servants stared in disbelief. Yun Kaivi, looking at the ribbon on her hand, beamed. "Brother Tiger, you're so good at this." The white tiger, clearly embarrassed, swished its tail. Xiao Ba stepped forward. "Miss Yun, please leave him to me. I won't let him get hurt. I'll have someone escort you back." The white tiger growled at Xiao Ba's words. Yun Kaivi quickly soothed the tiger, stroking its head again. "It's all right, Xiao Ba. I'll stay with him a little longer." She turned back to the tiger. "Be good, okay?" The white tiger purred and nuzzled against Yun Kaivi's chest. The next day, in Yun Kaivi's room, Yun Kaivi woke up, stretching and groaning. "Oh my goodness, my arm is so sore. Ouch, ouch." She sighed. "I wonder if Brother Tiger is all right today." Just then, a maid entered the room. "Miss, the Marquis requests your presence in his study. He has something to discuss with you." Yun Kaivi was startled. "And my father wants to see me?" "Now," Yun Shangtian addressed his daughter. "Kaivi, someone from the Shi Hang Prince's mansion came today to inform us that His Highness has set the wedding date for the 10th of next month." Yun Kaivi gasped. "The 10th of next month?" Yun Shangtian continued. "The prince's mansion has already prepared 3 sets of wedding attire, and everything else is ready as well. I will also prepare a dowry for you." Yun Kaivi asked, "Father, why has the wedding date been moved forward?" Yun Shangtian replied, "His Highness has chosen the date, and the Emperor has approved it. We cannot delay." Yun Kaivi fumed inwardly. Trust him? Preposterous. Something's definitely amiss. Father must have lost his mind. At that moment, Lady Xiao spoke up. "Marquis Yun, Prince Hung is no longer young. His impatience is understandable. Sooner or later, Kaivi will be his. Surely, she won't mind." Yun Kaivi responded with a chilling laugh. "Thank you for your insight, madam. Speaking of marriage, my sister's wedding date is also set, isn't it? After all, sooner or later, she will belong to the Duke of Changhua." Yun Shangtian declared, "All right, Kaivi, the matter is settled. You may return to your quarters and prepare." Yun Kaiwei replied, "Yes, father." "Father," Yun Kaiwei added, "there's something I desire." Yun Shangtian prompted, "Tell me." Yun Kaiwei requested, "Father, could you gift me that mina bird? I wish to take it back and enjoy its company for a while." Yun Shangtian readily agreed. "Oh, if you like it, take it." Yun Kaiwei, overjoyed, exclaimed, "Thank you, father." The mina bird, upon seeing Yun Kaiwei's smile, was instantly filled with dread. Back in her room, Yun Kaiwei wore a sinister grin. She held the bird cage, shaking it gently. "Tell me, who did my father meet today? What do they discuss? If you tell me, I'll grant you your freedom. I'll let you go." The mina bird turned its head sharply, replying with disdain, "I'm not just any common bird." Yun Kaiwei simply smiled. "Is that so?" she purred, producing a pouch of premium birdseed. "Then I suppose I've wasted my money on these delicacies." A stick of incense later, the dish was nearly empty, the cage door was open, and the bell around the bird's neck had been removed. The mina bird, now happily clutching the pouch of food, flew away. Yun Kaiwei listened to its parting words, growing increasingly irritated. "Have me spy for the crown prince? In exchange for the position of Minister of War? Marquis Yun, you're a shrewd one, aren't you? The crown prince is a viper, after all." She steeled her resolve. Yin Kaiwei, and I will not be so easily manipulated by these people. Yin Kaiwei called out, "Little Jean, I need your help with something." The cat meowed in agreement. Yin Kaiwei smiled. "Go to the prince's mansion and find Xiao Diem." A short while later, Xiao Diem, with an air of nonchalance, casually entered through the window. Yin Kaiwei snapped, exasperated. "Could you at least pretend to use the door in broad daylight? It's open for you." Xiao Diem remained unfazed. Yin Kaiwei, a touch of urgency in her voice, questioned, "Why are you so late? I have something important to discuss." Xiao Diem, stepping closer, teased, "My princess, could it be that you've missed me after just one night apart?" As he spoke, he used the piece of paper little Jean had delivered to playfully stroke her chin. Yin Kaiwei frowned. "As if I'd miss you. I advise you to break off our engagement. Otherwise, the consequences will be dire." Xiao Diem simply replied, "Oh, listen carefully," Yin Kaiwei said seriously. "My father plans to use me as a spy after I marry you. He intends for me to help the crown prince assassinate you." She crossed her arms, lost in thought. "Come to think of it, your highness also has your reservations. We're not a good match. Therefore, I suggest you break off the engagement sooner rather than later." While she spoke, Xiao Diem calmly continued to play with the paper in his hand. Once she finished, he chuckled softly and stepped closer. "You don't actually believe I'm afraid of the crown prince, do you?" He leaned in, his voice laced with arrogance as he stroked her hair. "If Marquis wants to use you to keep an eye on me, I welcome it." Yin Kaiwei was taken aback. Xiao Diem continued, "Inside or outside the prince's mansion, from head to toe, I'm an open book for you." Hearing his suggestive words, Yin Kaiwei turned away, making a face of disdain. "I have no such interest." Suddenly remembering something, she asked, "By the way, how is Brother Tiger doing? Did he hurt you?" Xiao Diem muttered, "You seem quite concerned about him. He's just a tiger. What does it matter if he dies?" Yin Kaiwei exclaimed, "What do you mean, what does it matter?" She was indignant. "How can you say such a thing? Brother Tiger, despite his fierce appearance, is a good tiger." Yin Kaiwei finished shyly. "Not only did he save me, but I can see he's tormented. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. To me, he's just a big, lovable cat." Listening to her words, looking into her sincere eyes, Xiao Diem bashfully covered his face, his ears burning crimson. He coughed softly. "Well then, this prince and Brother Tiger will await you in the prince's mansion, my princess." Yin Kaiwei fumed inwardly. Xiao Diem added, "Yin Kaiwei, if you don't want me to harm him, then obediently marry me. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind adding a plate of tiger meat to the dinner table." Yin Kaiwei exploded. "You shameless scoundrel." Seething, she thought, "Just wait until I see Brother Tiger. I'll tell him to bite you to death, you wretch." Just then, Yin Baishuang stormed in from the doorway, fuming. Yin Kaiwei startled. "Who is it now?" Yin Baishuang crossed her arms. "Meeting with a man in broad daylight. You are truly shameless." Yin Kaiwei shrugged. "Future Duchess of Changhua, on this point, I can't even compare to you." Yin Baishuang shrieked. "Don't you dare talk back. I'm going to tell father right now." Yin Kaiwei smiled serenely. "I was just wondering how to delay the wedding. Heaven always provides." Yin Baishuang at the door continued to mutter, "I'm going to tell father right now." As if on cue, Yin Kaiwei called out, "Little sister, why the rush?" Yin Baishuang gritted her teeth. "Yin Kaiwei, you just wait." Yin Kaiwei smirked. "Dear sister, there's no need to make such a scene." Feigning a conciliatory tone, she approached Yin Baishuang with a saccharine smile. "Just tell me what you want. I'll absolutely listen to you." Yin Baishuang sniffed disdainfully. "It's not impossible for me to let this go," she declared haughtily. "Give me your dowry." Yin Kaiwei's eyes crinkled with amusement. Certainly. I'll have someone bring the jewels, silks, and treasures. You can choose whatever you like." Yin Baishuang gave a satisfied hum. "That's more like it." Yin Kaiwei smiled inwardly. "You want to steal from me? Just you wait until you're crying." True to her word, Yin Kaiwei had servants bring forth chests overflowing with gold, silver, and luxurious fabrics. "Sister, see if anything catches your eye." Yin Baishuang picked up a bolt of shimmering cloth, her eyes gleaming with avarice. "This is Jean Tivu Twin." Jean Tivu Twin, woven into a wedding dress in the Tianlong dynasty. Only the empress is permitted to wear such a thing. Yin Kaiwei smiled sweetly. "Sister, if you see anything else you desire, feel free to choose." Yin Baishuang clutched the Jean Tivu Twin, grinding her teeth. How does Yin Kaiwei have this?" Who does she think she is? Seeing her captivated by the fabric, Yun Kai-wei feigned reluctance, leaning in to whisper, "Sister, you have good eye." However, this dowry, Yin Baishuang cut her off with a haughty sneer. "Don't tell me you're having second thoughts. This belongs to me now, and those porcelain vases in your courtyard. I saw them. They're all treasures. Bring them to me as well." A servant girl, witnessing the blatant robbery, spoke up indignantly. "Second miss, you're going too far. These are Mrs. Dowry items. How can you just claim them as your own?" Another maid chimed in. "That's right." Yun Baishuang, enraged by their defiance, snapped, "This miss is taking what she wants. What business is it of you two insignificant wretches?" Yun Kai-wei, inwardly delighted by Yun Baishuang's escalating temper, continued to play her part. She smiled gently. "Sister, please calm down. They simply meant well. Try to remind you." Yun Baishuang's fury intensified. "What? Say that again. Aren't you afraid I'll tell father about your scandalous behavior?" Yun Kai-wei, maintaining her serene facade, continued to deliver her lines. "This was a gift from the emperor. I cannot give it to you, sister. Perhaps you could choose something else?" Yun Baishuang, hearing this, became even more obstinate. "No, I want this, and all the other dowry items. They're all mine." Yun Saiwei's lips curved into a subtle smirk. Hook, line, and sinker. She continued to goad her sister. "Besides, with your temperament, this wouldn't suit you at all. Perhaps something from the market stalls would be more appropriate." Yin Baishuang's rage reached a boiling point. "What did you say?" And so, the two began to tussle over the Jean Vu twin, pulling and tugging. "Give it to me." "No, I won't." When she felt the struggle had reached its peak, Yin Kai-wei released her hold on the fabric, dramatically crying out, "I'm falling." She stumbled backward, feigning a loss of balance, and fell, her head striking a porcelain vase. Yin Baishuang froze. Her two maids, seeing this, cried out in alarm. Miss, what's wrong? You're bleeding." Yin Kai-wei sobbed dramatically. "Heavens, I used too much force. It was a bit too hard." One of the maids quickly added, "Xia Ran, quickly go tell father." Xia Ran, bursting with urgency, swiftly departed. Yin Baishuang, still reeling, rounded on Yin Kai-wei. "I'm warning you. Don't you dare play dead." Moments later, Yin Shangtian stormed in, furious. "Have you lost your mind?" Yin Baishuang stammered, "Father." Yin Shangtian continued his tirade. "How dare you steal Kaivi's wedding dress? She's unconscious right now. How am I supposed to explain this to the prince?" On the bed, Yin Kaivi slowly opened her eyes. Infuriated by the accusation, Yin Baishuang shouted, "Father, I didn't. It was elder sister who was sneaking around with someone. She said she was just picking out some wedding gifts for me. I didn't push her." Yin Shangtian sighed, exasperated. "Shuang'er, don't speak such nonsense. Kaivi's wedding is fast approaching. How could she be sneaking around with another man?" Yin Baishuang retorted, "Whether she was or not, investigate it and you'll find out. Besides, elder sister has always been in the southwest. Has she ever behaved properly?" From a bed, Yin Kaivi sat up and spoke. "Younger sister, you accuse me without proof. Doesn't your conscience bother you?" Yin Shangtian rushed to her side, asking, "Kaivi, is what Shuang'er said true? Was there really such a thing?" Yin Kaivi smiled faintly. "Of course not. The person who came to see me was Prince Hung. If father doesn't believe me, you can invite the prince here yourself." Hearing this, Yin Shangtian forced a laugh. "There's no need to trouble the prince. Father believes you. That's enough." Continuing her performance, Yin Kaivi adopted a melancholic expression. "Father, my wedding is so soon. What am I to do if I have a scar?" Instead of investigating, wouldn't it be better to postpone the wedding? Yin Shangtian frowned, thinking to himself, postpone? But that would delay the crown prince's plans. However, the scar, he said aloud, how can the wedding be postponed? It was decreed by the emperor himself. Yin Kaivi turned her back to them and lay down. If Prince Hung sees my scar and asks how it happened, I can only tell him the truth. Yin Shangtian pleaded, "Kaivi, rest. I will certainly punish your younger sister." He then went outside and deliberately raised his voice. "Your elder sister is injured because of you. Go back to your room and kneel. Think about what you've done." Yin Baishuang was stunned. "What?" Yin Kai-wei smirked inwardly. The price of injuring the future Princess Hung isn't just a simple punishment. Yin Shangtian barked. "Guards, drag both young misses out." Yin Baishuang struggled. "Father, no, let me go." Inside the room, finally, silence descended. Yin Kaivi sat up, breathing a sigh of relief. Finally, they're gone. From beneath the bed, little Jean, her pet, emerged. It stretched and then jumped directly onto her head. Yin Kaivi yelped, "Ouch! That hurts, little Jean." Little Jean chirped, "Such a fool." Yin Kaivi's lips twitched. Only by enduring hardship can I delay the wedding. Yin Shangtian definitely wouldn't dare offend Xiao DM. With more time, I'll find a way to escape. But the image of her lonely tiger brother in his cage flashed through her mind. I can't bear to leave Brother Tiger. A subordinate reported, Your Highness, the princess consort-to-be has been injured at the Marquis Yun's estate. Another subordinate rushed in. Your Highness, Prince Hung has arrived and wishes to see you. Yin Shangtian frowned. What's he doing here? He wondered. Could he already know about Kaivi's injury? Xiao DM strode in. Yin Shangtian, you have some nerve. How dare you let my future princess consort be injured? Yun Shangtian stammered, fear gripping him. Your Highness, you honor us with your presence. Xiao DM's face was like ice. Bring Qianshi and Yun Baishuang here at once. Moments later, the maids huddled outside, fearfully watching the scene unfold within. Xiao DM sat on a chair, issuing commands. Xiao Jiao hit them. Qianshi and Yun Baishuang pleaded incessantly. Your Highness, please spare us. It was my fault for not teaching her properly. Baishuang is still young. Please forgive her. Yun Baishuang cried out in pain. Your Highness, I was wrong. I won't bully Kaiwei anymore. Please spare me. Xiao DM's brow furrowed. Yun Baishuang continued to wail. I truly know my mistake. Father, save me. Yun Shangtian could only suppress his fear as he spoke. Your Highness, this is too much. You can't just. Xiao DM, radiating arrogance, cut him off as he strode past. Too much. What can you do about it? I'm merely disciplining them on behalf of the Empress. Remember this, he continued. She is my princess consort. No one can touch her. Yun Shangtian gritted his teeth. Xiao DM, you're a bully. A while later, Xiao DM and Xiao Jiao stood outside Yin Kaivi's room. Seeing Xiao DM lost in thought, Xiao Jiao couldn't help but wonder, Your Highness, why aren't you going in? Aren't you worried about the princess consort? Do you want to support her? He trailed off, uncertain. Xiao DM offered a gentle smile and pushed the door open. Just then, they heard Yin Kaivi's exasperated cry from within. This marriage postponement has gone on long enough, but how am I supposed to escape? Little Jean, think of something. Xiao DM flung the door open in a rage. He roared her name. Hearing his voice, Yin Kaivi froze, fear gripping her. Where did this devil spawn from? She shrieked. Xiao DM stormed towards her. You deliberately injured yourself to delay the wedding, and you were even thinking of running away. I'll skin you alive. I'll destroy the entire Yin estate. Yin Kaivi thought desperately. He'll actually do it. I can't provoke him any further. Your Highness, she pleaded, calm down. Please calm down. He seized her hand, his face a mask of fury as he glared at her. Yun Kaivi struggled to defend herself. Your Highness, you misheard. I was just. Xiao DM suddenly pulled her into an embrace, his voice softening into a plea. Don't ever do that again. A flicker of understanding crossed Yin Kaivi's face. He gently touched her wound. Does it still hurt? Jun Kaivi responded mechanically. No. No longer. Xiao DM released her with a sigh. What am I going to do with you? He turned away. If you act recklessly again, I'll slaughter that old tiger. I mean it. Yun Kaivi frowned. Xiao DM's expression softened with affection. If you don't obediently come to the wedding, he added, I'll slaughter it and use it for the wedding feast. As if on cue, Yun Kaivi's enraged shriek echoed through the room. Xiao DM, you bastard. On our wedding day, red decorations adorned the Yun estate. Is the auspicious time here yet? A worried voice inquired. It's here, another voice replied. The bridal palanquin is on its way. How is the young miss? This. Yun Kaivi sat composedly before the mirror as Xia Ran cheerfully exclaimed, Just this hairpin, miss, and you're all set. Done. Yun Kaivi surveyed her reflection, thinking to herself, I'll endure this humiliation for now, Brother Tiger. I'm doing this for you. And yet, you're gambling with my entire happiness. Just then, Luo Air's innocent voice called from outside. Elder sister. Seeing Yun Kaivi, her voice choked with tears. Elder sister, are you leaving? Luo Air doesn't want you to go. Yun Kaivi smiled, trying to soothe her. Be good, Luo Air. Elder sister will be back in a few days. Luo Air sobbed. But mother said you won't come back, and that you won't love Luo Air anymore. Yun Kaivi chuckled, her voice firm. Don't worry, elder sister will definitely be back in 3 days. Luo Air looked uncertain. Then, let's make a pinky promise. Mother said if I make a pinky promise with elder sister, you won't lie to me. Yun Kaivi indulged her. All right, let's make a pinky promise. The two, one older and one younger, linked pinkies. From outside, the wet nurse called, "Princess consort, the palanquin from the prince's estate is waiting. It's getting late. You should depart." Yin Kaivi sighed. "All right, let's go." She thought to herself, "Yin Kaivi, I won't be so easily controlled. Just you wait." Inside the palanquin, Yin Kaivi listened indifferently to the whispers of the crowd. Prince Hang's proposal is so grand, and to think His Majesty favors him even more than the crown prince now. Don't speak carelessly. Be mindful of your head. Look, that's Prince Hang's consort. Yin Kaivi sighed. I couldn't care less. She glanced to the side of the palanquin. Next, I'll need your help. One of them replied, "Ta mặc đâu nàng liếc mắt thấy bọn chúng đang phía bên hông kiều. Tiếp theo phải nhờ các ngươi rồi." Một trong số chúng lên tiếng. Three figures, already briefed, targeted Qianshi, who was following the palanquin. They quickly rushed forward, tearing at her clothes. Qianshi cried out in terror, pleading for help. Seeing their task complete, the figures exchanged glances and retreated, their mission accomplished. Yun Shangtian roared in fury. "Someone, help Madam up." The onlookers, witnessing Qianshi's tattered clothing, began to gossip. Imagine, the Marquis's wife, even at her age, isn't bad looking. Her skin is quite something. Yin Shantian's face darkened as he heard these comments. "How many of you are there? This is utterly disgraceful for the Marquis's household." Qianshi, mortified, cried, "My lord, it was Kaivi. She deliberately set me up." Unwilling to endure further humiliation, Yin Shangtian coldly swept his sleeves and turned to leave. Qianshi reached out to grab him, but Yin Baishuang quickly stepped forward. "Mother, cover yourself," she snapped, then glared at the crowd. "What are you looking at?" The onlookers continued to jeer. "Look at this family. How embarrassing." While the elder sister enjoys a grand wedding, these two are a disgrace. Yin Baishuang bit her lip, her eyes filled with venom. "Yin Kaivi, this is all your fault." The palanquin had by now arrived at the prince's estate. A voice called out, "Lower the palanquin." Xiao Diem's face was a mask of deep affection. Inside, Yin Kaivi heard the announcement, "The bride has arrived. Invite the bride to alight." Yin Kaivi, her hand pressed to her forehead, felt a wave of dizziness wash over her. "Oh dear," she thought, "my head is spinning. What's happening? Could it be from when I linked pinkies with Luo Air?" She recalled Luo Air's words. "Mother said if I link pinkies with elder sister, you won't lie to Luo Air anymore." Yin Kaivi couldn't believe it. She even used her own daughter? The emperor himself is at the prince's estate today. If I make any mistakes, I'll surely lose my life. I'll just have to play it by ear. Yin Kaivi swayed as she stepped out of the palanquin. Xiao Diem immediately noticed something was amiss. "Princess consort, what's wrong?" Yin Kaivi struggled to speak. I feel dizzy." As she spoke, her body gave way, and she started to fall backwards. Xiao Diem swiftly caught her, pulling her into his arms. "I'm here," he murmured. "Don't be afraid." Yin Kaivi forced her eyes open. Xiao Diem carried her directly into the main hall. The crown prince frowned. "Are you planning to carry the princess consort through the wedding ceremony?" Trên đại đường tiêu diệm trực tiếp bế vân thảy vi đi vào. Thái tử cao mày, ngươi muốn ôm vương phi đi bãi đường hành lễ sao? Xiao Diem's voice was cold. "Does it concern you?" The emperor spoke up. "Xiao Diem, show some respect. Put the princess consort down. We still need to perform the ceremony." Xiao Diem replied nonchalantly. "The princess consort is exhausted after such a long day. She's already here in the estate. I've never cared much for these formalities." Yin Kaivi inwardly trembled. He dared speak this way before the emperor and the crown prince. "You have the guts of a leopard, not a man," the crown prince exclaimed. "You may not care about your life, but I do." With that, Xiao Diem turned to leave. "I'm taking the princess consort to our chambers. Enjoy yourselves." The emperor roared, "Xiao Diem." Xiao Diem continued walking, ignoring him. The crown prince sighed. "Elder brother, please just let it go." The crown prince turned to the emperor, his voice laced with anger. "Father, he's so arrogant. He has no respect for the law. You must punish him severely." The emperor remained stunned for a moment. Then he waved his hand dismissively. Let it go," he said, chuckling. "It's his wedding day. There's no need to be so rigid." Hearing this, the crown prince smiled slyly, thinking, "You've always favored him, haven't you?" In the bridal chamber, the imperial physician reported, "The princess consort is fine. She's just in deep sleep. There's no need for concern, Your Highness." Xiao Diem breathed a sigh of relief. Looking at Yun Kaivi, he murmured, "You're such a fool, always thinking of others." His expression darkened. "If anything were to happen to you, I would tear down the entire Yun estate." The next morning, in the prince's estate, Yun Kaivi slowly opened her eyes. She sat up, stretching. "That was a good sleep. What time is it?" A servant girl, setting the table, replied, "It's the hour of the snake, your highness." Hearing these words, Yun Kaivi was stunned into silence, her mind screaming. After the wedding ceremony comes the visit to the palace to thank the emperor. How could I have slept until now? She berated herself internally. Is my brain broken? Why didn't anyone wake me up? She quickly started issuing orders. "Hurry, dress me quickly." Moments later, her frantic cries echoed through the room. "My clothes and my jewelry. Hurry up, I still need to see the emperor." Xiao Diem strolled in from the doorway. "Yun Kaivi, why all this commotion so early in the morning? The emperor isn't exactly itching to see you." Yun Kaivi's lips twitched. This man was already picking a fight with her first thing in the morning. "Xiao Diem," she snapped. "I'm warning you. Don't think that just because you rescued me yesterday, you can say whatever you want." Xiao Diem narrowed his eyes. "On my territory, I do as I please. What are you going to do about it?" His words left Yun Kaivi speechless. Flustered, she managed to retort, "You're such a scoundrel." Xiao Diem smirked. "So what if I am? Aren't you still my princess consort?" Yun Kaivi was at a loss for words. "You?" Xiao Diem, turn away. "Time's wasting. Hurry up and get ready. We still need to return to your family's estate. I'll be waiting for you in the carriage." Yun Kaivi suddenly remembered. "That's right. I'm going home today." Her face brightened. "I can't let that jerk Xiao Diem get to me. I need to adjust my mood. I have to be happy." A while later, she arrived at the carriage. The steward, seeing her, announced, "Please enter, your highness." Yun Kaivi peeked inside, lifting the curtain. Xiao Diem didn't even bother to open his eyes. "So you've arrived. Did you sleep well last night, princess consort?" Yun Kaivi climbed in, replying haughtily, "Very well, thank you very much." Suddenly, she stumbled, falling forward into Xiao Diem's arms. Yun Kaivi blushed, feeling the hard lines of his chest beneath her. Xiao Diem chuckled softly. "Princess consort, are you perhaps embarrassed that we didn't consummate our marriage last night and can't wait any longer?" She didn't understand what he was implying at first, but looking at his roguish expression, she began to catch his drift. Her face flushed crimson. "You," she shrieked. The carriage rocked back and forth several times. Xiao Jiao, on guard outside, stared intently. The steward, his face a mask of knowing amusement, smiled contentedly. Seeing the carriage continue to sway, Xiao Jiao grabbed his sword and cried out, "It's an assassin. We're under attack." The steward quickly moved to cover his mouth. "Listen to what Uncle Xiao has to say," he whispered. A moment later, the steward asked, "Do you understand now?" The perpetually single Xiao Jiao silently shed a tear. At the Yun estate, Xiao Diem and Yun Kaivi entered. Everyone in the household lined up on both sides, bowing their heads. "Greetings, your highness." "Greetings, princess consort." The two of them ignored the greetings and walked straight through. Xiao Diem didn't even glance at anyone. "Let's go, princess consort," he said. Yun Baishuang, witnessing their behavior, could only fume silently. "That shameless hussy, showing off like that, and I have to pay my respects to her," she thought, grinding her teeth. Inside the main hall, Xiao Diem took his seat in the position of honor. Luo Air ran to Yun Kaivi, crying, "Elder sister, are they telling the truth? Second sister said you harmed mother, that she's been locked up, and that they want to send you away. Is it true?" Yun Kaivi was momentarily speechless. Luo Air, sister, she thought. He's still so young. How do I explain this to him? Seeing her silence, Luo Air grew more anxious. "Sister, say something." Seeing her predicament, Xiao Diem slammed his hand on the table, his voice booming with anger. "Yin Shangtian, what kind of son have you raised? He's still so young, yet he's already being deceived by others." Yin Shangtian turned to Yun Baishuang, reprimanding her. "You wretch, did you put your brother up to this?" Yun Baishuang stubbornly retorted, "It was all her fault. I did nothing wrong." Yun Kaivi calmly ordered, "Take Luo Air outside." A servant girl quickly led Luo Air away. Yun Baishuang continued to rant. "Because of her, mother is locked up. She set mother up. That wretch." Yin Shangtian couldn't believe his daughter dared to be so impudent before Prince Shihang. He could only helplessly order, "Kneel." Now, Xiao Diem's face was glacial. How dare you insult the princess consort? This is a crime punishable by death. These words, spoken so directly, caused Yun Shangtian to crumple to his knees. Shuang-Er is still young and doesn't think things through. I beg your highness to be lenient and spare her life. Kaivi has suffered enough, he pleaded. She's only a year younger than Bai Shuang. And besides, when I was in trouble, no one stepped up to defend me. Yun Shangtian looked at Kaivi in disbelief. Kaivi, you're the princess consort now, and Shuang-Er is your sister. Why quibble with her? Plead with his highness for her. Don't blame your sister. Xiao DM frowned. You failed to discipline your unruly daughter and dared to point fingers at my princess consort. He turned to Kaivi and gently pulled up her sleeve, revealing the crisscrossing network of old scars. All these years, thanks to these two, she's endured this. Xiao DM placed his hand on Kaivi's back. I will not let them off lightly. A cruel glint flashed in his eyes. Qianshi knows no gratitude for the leniency she's already received. At that moment, Qianshi, confined elsewhere, was startled by the appearance of strangers. Terror gripped her. Who are you? They said nothing, seizing her roughly. Let me go, she shrieked, struggling against their hold. Release me. Moments later, Qianshi was unceremoniously dumped outside the manor gates. A crowd quickly gathered, eager for the spectacle, their whispers laced with scorn. Isn't that the Marquis's wife? How did she end up like this? Xiao DM addressed Yun Shangtian. Marquis Yun, I show you some leniency for being Kaivi's father. Do not let there be a next time. I will not tolerate anyone making my princess consort unhappy again. Yun Shangtian bowed his head submissively. Yes, yes, your highness. Farewell, your highness, princess consort. As they departed, Yun Baishuang, weeping, tried to rush to Qianshi. Yun Shangtian frowned, pulling her back. Xiao DM hasn't gone far. Do you want to die? Yun Baishuang sobbed. Father, how can he bully us like this? You must stand up for mother. Yun Shangtian sighed. Helpless, he is the prince, holds significant military power, and is the emperor's favored subject. He seethed inwardly. Xiao DM, I will remember this humiliation. Inside the carriage, Kaivi murmured, thank you for today. Xiao DM chuckled. Look at you, so utterly helpless. Missing your father's affection? Why not adopt me as your father? Kaivi scoffed. Don't even think about taking advantage of me. Xiao DM laughed. True enough, I'm already the father of your child. Kaivi's lips twitched. Shameless, but a flicker of warmth touched her heart. It had been a long time since anyone had cared for her like this. Not bad, she thought. Back at the prince's estate, Xiao DM hoisted her onto his shoulder and carried her inside. Kaivi struggled. Xiao DM, can you be normal for once? What's with that creepy grin? Reaching the bed, he tossed her unceremoniously onto it. Kaivi winced. Ouch. Xiao DM chuckled. Adorable. The steward entered. Your highness, it is time to enter the palace. Xiao DM turned to Kaivi. Behave yourself. Don't cause trouble while I'm gone. Kaivi rolled her eyes. Just go already. A cat leaped onto the bed, nudging her. He seems to be in a good mood today. He's not so bad to you, is he? You like him, don't you? Kaivi blushed, flustered. And no, of course not. The cat persisted. You're not really falling for him, are you? Kaivi yanked its ears. You like him. You like him. The cat yelped in pain. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Later, inside the palanquin, the cat spoke. Your father is hosting a banquet, inviting the crown prince and half the city, but not you or Xiao DM. He's clearly trying to slap you both in the face. Kaivi frowned. I'm returning to my family home. I don't need an invitation, but if he's planning something against my cousin, he's got another thing coming. On a bridge overlooking a river, Liang Qingqian sighed. A figure approached. Miss Liang had barely spoken when he lunged forward, grabbing her in an embrace. Why are you sighing here all alone? Are you missing home? Liang Qingtian recoiled in fear. Your Highness, unhand me, please. The crown prince chuckled lewdly. Sooner or later, you will be mine. Might as well. Liang Qingtian's eyes welled with tears. Your Highness, what are you saying? Let me go. Let me go. Yin Kaiwei arrived just in time to witness the scene. Without hesitation, she flung a stone, striking the crown prince. He roared in anger. Who dares strike me? Yin Kaiwei approached with a playful skip in her step, pulling Liang Qingtian away with one hand and picking up another stone with the other. Her voice dripped with sarcasm. Is your Highness all right? I was aiming at a beast, but I seem to have accidentally hit you instead. The crown prince, still oblivious to her meaning, retorted. What beast? You deliberately injured me. Suddenly, realization dawned on him, and he inwardly raged. That wench Is she calling me a beast? Yin Kai Wei, you just wait. Lowering her voice, she asked, Big sister, that scoundrel didn't hurt you, did he? Liang Qingtian whispered back, Kai Wei, be careful. He's the crown prince. So what if he's the crown prince? Does that give him the right to bully people? He's not even as good as that scoundrel Xiao DM. Liang Qing Tian smiled. Little sister, your relationship with the prince seems to be improving. Big sister, what are you saying? Who has a good relationship with him? I just hope he doesn't show up right now. From behind her, Xiao Diem's voice called out. Yin Kai Wei jumped and yelped. Xiao Diem smiled. Why, missing me already? Can you be decent in front of my cousin? Xiao Diem crossed his arms. And what about me is indecent? Decent. Where? Xiao Diem, losing interest, turned away. It doesn't matter if I'm usually indecent, but if my princess consort wants to do anything indecent today, she should be careful. Does he know something? In the Marquis estate, Qian Shi, her clothes torn and disheveled, spoke to her daughter, Yun Bai Shuang. Shuang, this is our last chance. For me, for yourself, you must seize it. Yun Bai Shuang replied, Don't worry, I will become the future crown princess. I won't let Yin Kai Wei get the better of me. In the banquet hall, the guests cheered and toasted. The crown prince raised his cup. Marquis Yun to you. Yun Shangtian, noticing the crown prince swaying, said, Your Highness has had too much to drink. The crown prince immediately slurred. I'm not drunk. Yun Shangtian ordered the servants. Someone escort His Highness to the VIP room to rest. The crown prince continued to protest. I'm not drunk. Inside the VIP room, the crown prince lay on the bed, mumbling, I'm not drunk. Yun Bai Shuang tiptoed into the room. She heard the crown prince murmur, More wine. I can still drink. Outside the door, Yun Bai Shuang gritted her teeth. Once I'm crown princess, Yin Kai Wei, you're dead. Meanwhile, behind an ancient tree outside, Liang Qing Tian spoke to Yin Kai Wei. Kai Wei, about this. Yin Kai Wei replied, Big sister, the chance to escape becoming crown princess has arrived. Heaven is helping us. If someone is willing to take my place, we must seize the opportunity. She covered her mouth, giggling. Liang Qing Tian nodded. Kai Wei, I'll listen to you. In the Marquis garden, Duke Changhua, C.I. Sheng, muttered to himself, This one's not bad. This one's not bad either. Curvaceous. Chichio and Rancia gossiped nearby. Rancia, have you heard? What a pity for our two young misses, having to marry that old fool. Duke Changhua. Chichio replied, Those two aren't stupid. They know he's old and useless. They must be looking for another way out. Overhearing them, Duke Changhua, C.I. Sheng bellowed, You there? Stop. What other way out? Tell me, where are they now? The terrified maid stammered, Second miss. Second miss is in the VIP room. Duke Chingguo, Qixing. Hearing this, he roared in fury. You wretch, I'll show you what happens when you disobey me. With that, he stormed off. Qi Thursday, watching the scene unfold, urged, We must inform Miss immediately. Everything is going according to plan. Inside the VIP room, Changhua C.I. Sheng bellowed, Out of my way. Out of my way. Yin Kai Wei rushed to the scene, demanding, Duke Changhua, what is the meaning of this? C.I. Sheng snarled, I warned you, get out of my way. Yin Kai Wei retorted angrily, This is my house, and inside are my guests. Changhua, C.I. Sheng roared, Don't you dare obstruct me. I won't be so polite next time. Just then, Xiao Diem arrived, his voice laced with ice. Oh, not so polite? Who dares to be so disrespectful to my princess consort? Changhua, C.I. Sheng, startled, stammered, Your Highness, I was merely looking for my fiancée. Xiao Diem arched an eyebrow, a sardonic smile playing on his lips. Is that so, Duke Changhua? So eager are you? Your bride is not yet wed, and yet you barge into her chambers. Changhua, C.I. Sheng gritted his teeth. I heard she was with another man, so I came to see. Yin Kai Wei, hearing this, cried out, Duke Changhua, don't spout such nonsense. My sister is virtuous. She would never behave in such a manner. Inwardly, she thought, the more I block this old scoundrel, the angrier he'll become. Changhua, C.I. Sheng bellowed, Virtuous or not, we'll see who's inside. He flung the door open and roared, Where is that scoundrel? Woman, come out here. Seeing the scene on the bed, his eyes widened in disbelief. No, it can't be, he stammered, turning to the crown prince. Then, his voice rising in outrage, he shouted, that woman, she dared to seduce his highness. Yun Baishuang, caught in the act, looked on in terror. Chunghua, Sheng lunged forward, grabbing Yun Baishuang's wrist and dragging her towards him. You, come here. Yun Baishuang cried out, struggling against his grip. Let go. Let go. Your highness, save me. The crown prince, enraged, roared, you imbecile. You dare interrupt my pleasure. Who allowed you to barge in here? He shoved Chunghua, Sheng away from Yun Baishuang. Chunghua, Sheng, recovering from his shock, stammered, Your Highness, I didn't know you were here. I was only looking for my fiancée. The crown prince snarled, a fine excuse, Duke Chunghua. You ruined my plans, and then dare to be insolent towards me. Suddenly, his eyes widened in fear. Father, your majesty, why are you here? Chunghua, Sheng also paled, echoing, Your Majesty. The emperor stepped forward, his face thunderous. Look at what you've done. You had best explain yourself, and quickly. The others in the room hastily pleaded, Your Majesty, please calm yourself. The crown prince rushed to explain, Father, it has nothing to do with me. It was the Marquis's daughter who seduced me. Yun Baishuang hastily fell to her knees. Your Majesty, that is not true. It was His Highness. The crown prince cut her off with a furious roar. Lies. This shameless woman seduced me. Yun Baishuang, tears streaming down her face, retorted, I am betrothed to Duke Chunghua. If His Highness hadn't forced me, I would never have dared. Chunghua, Sheng dropped to his knees. Your Majesty, a woman who so dishonors her family is not fit to enter my house. I beg you, render judgment. I would sooner marry a sow than take this woman, raised by the seventh concubine, into my home. Let whoever wants her, have her. Murmurs rippled through the room. So, her mother was the seventh concubine who was dismissed earlier. Like mother, like daughter. Yun Baishuang, hearing the whispers, turned a venomous gaze upon Yun Kai Wei. It's you. This is all your fault. She lunged at Yun Kai Wei, who simply scoffed. With a swift slap, Yun Kai Wei struck Yun Baishuang across the face. How dare you blame me? Drop that spoiled little miss act of yours. Do you really think I'm still the Yun Kai Wei you can bully as you please? Just then, Qianshi rushed in, crying out, You're not allowed to bully my Shuang. She hurried to Yun Baishuang's side, anxiously asking, Shuang, are you all right? Yun Baishuang wiped her tears and replied, Mother. Qianshi turned, her voice rising. My lord, your majesty. Shuang is a virtuous woman. I beg you all to uphold justice for her. Your majesty, she continued, her voice laced with desperation. Does the crown prince intend to ruin my daughter and then simply walk away without taking responsibility? So many people have witnessed this. How can Shuang face anyone again? Yun Kai Wei, hearing this, spoke up sharply. Take responsibility? What about my cousin, Liang Qing Tian? Everyone saw what happened today. Is no one going to take responsibility for her reputation? In this world, reputation is everything. How can our elders have peace of mind after this? Liang Qing Tian rushed to Kai Wei's side, adding, Cousin Kai Wei is right. If our clan elders learn of this, they certainly won't agree to the marriage. She finished with a heavy sigh. Adding fuel to the fire, Shihang Wang, the Prince of Shihang, remarked, The Crown Prince's conduct is truly deplorable. I believe he is utterly unsuitable for the Grand Tutor Liang's granddaughter. You should release her so she can find a more worthy match. Hearing this, the Crown Prince exploded, Xiao DM. What do you mean by that? Xiao DM stepped in front of Yun Kai Wei, shielding her. He means exactly what he said. As Crown Prince, not only is your behavior disgraceful, but you also dare to speak to my princess consort in such a manner. You are no longer worthy of the title Crown Prince. Yun Kai Wei, stunned by the boldness of her husband's words, thought in a panic, Brother, are you insane? What a simple yet brutal insult. The Crown Prince lunged forward. Say that again. Xiao DM, his face impassive, replied, You're a disgrace, Crown Prince. The Crown Prince immediately grabbed Xiao DM by the collar and roared, Xiao DM you. Yun Kai Wei watched in terror. The Crown Prince raged. I'm the Crown Prince, heir to the throne. Do you think I wouldn't dare touch you? Just then, the Emperor's voice boomed. Enough. Stop this at once. Crown Prince, have you no shame? Stand down. He turned to Xiao DM. And you, while the Crown Prince's behavior is inexcusable, insulting him is also disrespectful. As for this marriage, the Emperor declared, I will find another suitable candidate for the position of Crown Princess. Yin Shangtian, distraught, cried out, Your Majesty, what about my Shuang? The Emperor replied, Your daughter was originally betrothed to the Duke of Changhua. I will not interfere with that arrangement. I will confine the Crown Prince to the Eastern Palace to reflect on his actions. As for your daughter, you may discuss the matter with the Duke yourselves. I will bestow upon her some jewelry as compensation. Yun Shangtian, still anxious, began to protest, Your Majesty. The Emperor cut him off. Enough. Crown Prince, come with me. As the Emperor turned to leave, everyone present bowed low. Your Majesty, farewell. While everyone was distracted, Duke Changhua, Ci Sheng, quietly slipped away. As he went, he thought furiously, that spoiled brat. Whoever wants her can have her. I certainly don't. As the crowd dispersed, Shi Hang Wang called out to the Crown Prince, Your Highness, I spoke rashly earlier. Please don't take it to heart. Try to learn from this. The Crown Prince, trembling with rage, turned back to Shi Hang Wang and spat. Xiao DM, you just wait. I will make you wish you were dead. Head Eunuch Fu quickly intervened. Your Highness, His Majesty is waiting. The Crown Prince stormed off. Shi Hang Wang simply smiled and replied, Very well. Yun Kai Wei, observing the exchange, thought to herself, This man is truly formidable. If he hadn't spoken up, the Emperor wouldn't have so easily annulled Cousin Tian's engagement. However, the Emperor's relationship with Xiao DM seems to be more than just that of ruler and subject. Shi Hang Wang turned to Yun Kai Wei and asked, Princess Consort, are you satisfied? Feigning ignorance, Yun Kai Wei replied, Oh, what are you talking about? Shi Hang Wang responded, Your cousin's engagement has been broken. She can now freely pursue her relationship with second young Master Yang. Yun Kai Wei feigned surprise. How did you know that? She asked, thinking, this man knows everything, even about Cousin Tian and second young Master Yang. Yun Kai Wei immediately ran to her cousin, Liang Qing Tian, and exclaimed, Cousin, quickly return to the estate and inform ninth uncle and aunt and grandfather Liang. Liang Qing Tian replied, Yes, Kai Wei. I truly must thank you today. Yun Kai Wei smiled and said, There's no need for thanks between us. Inside the Jinyuan Marquis estate, Yun Shangtian raged at Qianshi, who knelt before him. You useless woman, look at what you've done to Shuang. How will she ever face anyone again? Qianshi, kneeling on the floor, hastily explained, My lord, I only did it so Shuang could become the crown princess. Yin Shangtian roared back, Crown Princess? You've ruined her future completely. No one in the capital will marry her now. Qianshi pleaded desperately, My lord, have mercy. We were husband and wife for so long. Just then, Shi Hang Wang strolled in, a smirk playing on his lips. Marquis, don't fret. There are plenty of butchers and vegetable sellers who would gladly take your second Mississippi. Yin Baishuang cried out, Father, I will marry a butcher. I refuse. Please, father. Qianshi also chimed in, My lord, you can't do this. Yun Kai Wei stepped forward. Father, she said calmly, there are more pressing matters at hand. You must think of a solution. Seeing this, Yun Shangtian fell silent, then barked an order. Guards, throw this useless woman out. If she ever sets foot in the Marquis estate again, beat her to death. Qianshi was dragged away by the guards, crying, My lord, please have mercy. Remember our years together. Father, Yin Baishuang pleaded. Mother, please forgive her. Yin Shangtian replied coldly, Too late. Guards, take second miss to the courtyard in the west of the city for confinement. Without my order, no one is to release her. Yin Baishuang shrieked, Father, Yin Kai Wei, it's all your fault. You deliberately humiliated me. You ruined my chance to be crown princess. She lunged at Yun Kai Wei, who recoiled in fear. In a flash, Shi Hang Wang grabbed Yun Baishuang's wrist. Marquis, he said sternly, it seems your second miss requires further discipline. Yun Baishuang screamed, Let go. Let go of me. Xiao Diem's face was grim. This cannot be delayed. Yun Baishuang was dragged away, kicking and screaming. I won't go. Father, you can't do this to me. Let me go. The guards pleaded. Second miss, please don't make this harder for us. She was thrown into a carriage. Shi Hang Wang turned to Yun Kai Wei. Princess consort, he said, let us return. Yun Kai Wei pushed him gently. You go ahead. I'll be there shortly. Shi Hang Wang looked at her, puzzled. Princess consort, Yin Kai-wei smiled, a plan forming in her mind. Father is too soft to deal with this menace. I'll do it for him. Inside the carriage, Shi Hang Wang asked, Princess consort, what were you doing just now? Up to no good, were you? Yin Kai-wei smiled. Nothing at all, she replied. Just a small errand. Back at the Marquis estate, a servant approached her. Miss, you called for me? Yin Kai-wei pressed a pouch of coins into his hand. I have a small task for you. Father, order my sister to be confined to the courtyard in the west of the city. However, for true reflection, the Silent Moon convent outside the city would be far more suitable. It's the perfect place for cultivating one's mind and character. Xiao DM chuckled. Princess consort, your methods are clever, but far too merciful. Yin Kai-wei raised an eyebrow. How so? None shave their heads. Yun Baishuang will be utterly devastated, Xiao DM replied. Perhaps I should teach you a thing or two about thoroughness, Princess consort, about eliminating future threats. For example, that evening, in front of a brothel, Yin Kai-wei stared in disbelief. You sent Qinshi here. Outside, women called out enticingly to passers-by. Qinshi, dragged inside, cried, Let me go. I'm the wife of the Marquis. Yin Kai-wei immediately questioned, Why send Qinshi to the brothel? If my father discovers it, won't the prince offend him? Shi Hang Wang replied, Rest assured, she's merely going there to serve tea and water. Your father cares even less about a woman who embarrassed him. Besides, the Empress was also taken advantage of by Qinshi at the time. Disregarding that point, I'm doing this to help you, an eye for an eye. In the Eastern Palace, the Crown Prince roared, On what grounds? On what grounds are you destroying me? What gives you the right? The eunuchs hurriedly tried to calm him. Your Highness, please calm down. Fourth Prince, Suo Huan asked, It's just Shi Hang Wang. Second brother, why are you so furious? Leave this matter to me, fourth brother. At the Shi Hang Wang residence, chests overflowing with jewels and silks arrived. Nian Xia and Qi Qiu gasped. We'd only heard that the emperor favored the prince, but we never imagined such lavish treatment. This is wonderful. Our miss will live well from now on. The prince truly dotes on her. Yin Kai-wei spoke up, Gong Gong, travel safely. If you have free time, please come to the residence for tea. Xiao Ba addressed Xiao Diem. Your Highness, the princess is truly generous and kind. Our residence having such a mistress is a welcome change. Shi Hang Wang sipped his tea and replied, That is what a proper princess consort should do. Yun Kai-wei approached and asked, The emperor bestowed rewards and summoned you to the palace to discuss the longevity banquet. Even if you don't attend, shouldn't you prepare a longevity gift for him? Shi Hang Wang replied, Why should I bother with such matters? Xiao Ba will handle it. Xiao Ba immediately responded, It's always been like that. However, now that we have a princess consort, this matter should be handled by her. Yin Kai-wei scolded angrily. You must pay attention. The emperor has protected us many times, and even pardoned my cousin. For his grand birthday celebration, our residence must offer something unique to please the old man. Do you even know the emperor's preferences? Xiao Dam smiled and replied, I don't know, but hearing you say our residence pleases me greatly. If our residence were to have an heir, perhaps it would make him happy. Hearing this, Yin Kai-wei angrily cursed. Xiao Diem, you rogue, you scoundrel. That night, outside the imperial study, thunder rumbled and heavy rain poured down. Fourth Prince Suo Huan called out from outside. Father Emperor, second brother was only momentarily confused. Your longevity banquet is approaching soon. I still hope Father Emperor will forgive second brother, so he can fulfill his filial duty and organize the banquet for you. Fu Gongong approached the emperor and said, Your Majesty, fourth prince has been kneeling outside for half a day. The emperor frowned and replied, I already told him to return. How can I forgive the crown prince? He's worthless. Fu Gongong replied, Your Majesty, please forgive this old servant for speaking out of turn. Even if the crown prince is worthless, he is still the crown prince you personally appointed. If he doesn't appear at your longevity banquet, I fear the court officials will gossip. Hearing this, the emperor frowned, thinking that the crown prince's behavior was indeed poor. If he were to organize the banquet, it would be a laughingstock. Xiao Diem refuses to organize the banquet for me. Huaner, meticulous as he is, would be a good choice. He then ordered, issue a decree. Order Xiao Diem to prepare the longevity banquet for me and have Huaner assist him. Order Huaner to dedicate himself to this task and ensure no mistakes are made. Fu Gongong replied, This old servant will obey the decree immediately. Outside, Fu Gongong approached the kneeling fourth prince and spoke. Fourth Prince Sohuan looked up and asked, Fu Gonggong, what did Father Emperor say? Fu Gonggong replied, His Majesty has ordered you to assist Shi Hang Wang in preparing the longevity banquet. Your Highness, you are highly regarded by the Emperor. This banquet will trouble you, Fourth Prince. Hearing this, the Fourth Prince bowed his head and smiled, replying, Thank you, Father Emperor, for your trust. I apologize for troubling you. Gonggong, I will certainly live up to Father Emperor's expectations and will not trouble Shi Hang Wang. He smiled to himself and stood up, leaving. Fu Gonggong watched him go, thinking to himself, what a wise prince. He truly understands the emperor's intentions. At the Shi Hang Wang residence, Su Ahuan brought the ledgers to Xiao Diem and said, I've prepared all of these. Please, Your Highness, review them and see if there are any issues that need correcting. Princess Consort, if you have any ideas, you can also suggest them. With that, Su Ahuan, the fourth prince, presented a set of papers to Yun Kai Wei. After reviewing them, she offered her praise. Fourth prince, you are truly thorough. Princess Consort is too kind, Su Ahuan replied. Xiao Diem, who had been standing nearby, scowled. Thorough for him, but anything goes for me. Is that it? He snapped. Yun Kai Wei, perplexed, shot him a look. What's gotten into you? Someone does your work for you, and instead of thanking him, you act all arrogant. Aren't you afraid he'll report this to the emperor? She hissed. Xiao Diem retorted, not afraid in the slightest. Even if he tells the emperor, I didn't do this, what could he do to me? Seeing his arrogance reach towering heights, Yun Kai Wei hastily apologized to the fourth prince. Your Highness, please forgive him, she pleaded. Su Ahuan offered a placating smile. Think nothing of it, Princess Consort. So, it seems the prince and Princess Consort have no objections. Then we shall proceed as planned. I will take care of everything. You needn't worry. Yun Kai Wei bowed her head. Your Highness, my husband has a difficult temperament. Please don't take it to heart. Suawan waved that dismissive end. Not at all. Not at all. You are too kind, Princess Consort. Yun Kai Wei offered a strained smile. We've troubled you. Su Ahuan watched her, a thought flickering through his mind. She is truly exquisite. Xiao Diem was a fortunate man to have such a beautiful and understanding wife. Xiao Diem, noticing Su Ahuan's gaze lingering on his wife, seethed inwardly. It's getting late, he interrupted, his voice tight. I won't keep you for dinner, fourth prince. If you keep looking at her like that, I'll gouge your eyes out, he thought furiously. Su Ahuan hastily offered a smile. Indeed, it is late. I'll take my leave. He bowed and turned to go. Safe travels, Your Highness, Yun Kai Wei replied. As soon as he was gone, she rounded on Xiao Diem, her brow furrowed. Have you no decency? The man just helped you, and you can't even offer him a meal? How petty can you be? Xiao Diem bristled. Petty? Then why don't you go dine with him? Princess Consort. Yun Kai Wei snapped back. Do you even understand basic etiquette? There's a limit to your arrogance. Xiao Diem's face darkened. I've always been this way, he grumbled. I'm going for a walk. With that, he turned and stalked off, leaving Yun Kai Wei staring after him in bewilderment. What has gotten into him today? She wondered. Outside the city walls, Mo2 drove the carriage, addressing Sohuan within. Master, everything has been arranged according to your instructions. And Qianshir's death? How did the Marquis react? Suowan inquired. Mo2 replied, Master, the Marquis was displeased. He ordered her body to be disposed of without ceremony. And the body? Have you retrieved it? Su Ahuan pressed. Yes, master. It has been taken to the designated location. Su Ahuan wiped a fleck of blood from his finger and dropped the cloth. Excellent, he murmured. Xiao Diem is a fortunate man indeed. Yun Kai Wei is such a beauty. I wonder what she tastes like. Su Ahuan's carriage continued on, arriving at a secluded nunnery nestled on a mountainside. Inside the nunnery's kitchen, Yin Baishuang shivered with hunger. Just as she reached for a stolen bun, a sharp pain shot through her back as a cane lashed across her skin. A nun, her face contorted in fury, yanked Yin Baishuang's hair. You little wretch, stealing food again? You think you can eat without working? I'll beat you to death, she shrieked. The nun rained blows down upon Yun Baishuang, who cried out in agony. I won't do it again. Please, stop hitting me. The nun sneered, her grip tightening on Yun Baishuang's hair. Little Miss High and Mighty, used to a life of luxury, are you? You have no idea what real suffering is. You're nothing, she spat, flinging Yun Baishuang to the floor. The nun smirked, satisfied. As long as I'm here, she hissed, you'll never have a moment's peace. Now get back to work. You won't be sleeping tonight. With that, she stormed out. Yun Baishuang, left crumpled on the floor, cradled her bruised face and sobbed. Father, mother, save me. I know I was wrong. I don't want to be here. At that moment, Suo Huan entered the kitchen. He approached Yun Bai Shuang and addressed her softly. Little Shuang. Yun Bai Shuang looked up, startled. Come now. Get up, Suo Huan continued. The floor is cold. Tears streamed down Yun Bai Shuang's face. Who are you? I am Suo Huan, and I am here to help you. With these words, he led Yun Bai Shuang out to where Qinshi's body lay. Seeing her mother's corpse, Yun Bai Shuang cried out in anguish. Mother, what happened? How did this happen? Suo Huan quickly explained the events leading up to Qinshi's death. Your mother suffered humiliation at the brothel before she died. Please, young mistress, restrain your grief, lest our enemies arrive swiftly. Yun Bai Shuang then noticed something clutched in Qinshi's hand. What is this? She gasped, pulling the object free. To her astonishment, it was her mother's bracelet, along with a blood-soaked letter bearing a single word, revenge. Yun Bai Shuang turned to Suo Huan, her eyes blazing. Do you know who murdered my mother? And who brought her here? Suo Huan replied. The one responsible holds a high position. Young mistress, you must protect yourself and find an opportunity to escape. Otherwise, you will only bring harm upon yourself. Hearing the words, high position, Yun Bai Shuang gritted her teeth. Is it Xiao DM? Suo Huan sighed. It is Shi Hang Wang. He holds great power in the court and dotes on Consort Wang. Young mistress. Yun Bai Shuang's voice rose to a furious shriek. Yun Kine, that vile woman. There could be no peace between us. I will kill her. Suo Huan knelt before her. Even the crown prince can do nothing against Xiao DM and the woman he favors. Who could possibly kill her? Consumed by hatred, Yun Bai Shuang spat. Give me the chance, and I will kill her. Suo Huan took her hand, his voice heavy with a sigh. The opportunity is not impossible, but the gladiator arena is a dangerous place. One wrong move, and you will destroy yourself. Yun Bai Shuang wept, but her voice was firm. I'm not afraid. Believe me, I will kill her. A small smile touched Suo Huan's lips. I believe you. Yun Bai Shuang clutched the blood-stained letter, her voice a low hiss. Yin Kai Wei, the gladiator arena will be your grave. Within the Eastern Palace, the crown prince roared in fury. This food is disgusting. Who made this? Bring them to me, and I'll have them executed. Suo Huan entered, a placating smile on his face. Your Highness, please calm yourself. It's just a servant's mistake. Dismiss them, that's all. There's no need to concern yourself with such trivial matters. The crown prince glared at him. And who are you to speak to me like that? Suo Huan bowed low. I am of lowly birth, naturally inferior to your Highness. However, I wish only to alleviate your Highness's burdens. The crown prince scoffed. What could a useless thing like you possibly do? Suo Huan's smile widened as he began to speak. I have earned the emperor's favor, and he has tasked me with assisting Shi Hang Wang in organizing the longevity banquet. Xiao DM is disinclined to attend to such matters. Therefore, this celebration falls under my purview, which means it falls under your Highness's purview. The crown prince's interest was piqued. Are you saying I can attend the emperor's longevity banquet? Of course. This entire celebration is under your Highness's control. How could Xiao DM possibly escape it? Furthermore, I have arranged for Yun Bai Shuang to enter the palace that day. She will lure Yun Kai Wei to the gladiator arena. Yun Kai Wei will be torn to shreds before Xiao DM's eyes. Not only will he be heartbroken, but he will also be vulnerable, ripe for your Highness's taking. The crown prince's face lit up with delight. Excellent. Fourth brother, your loyalty will be rewarded. Suo Huan bowed again. Thank you, your Highness. I will serve you with all my might. Outside, Mo2 helped Suo Huan into his cloak. Master, there's something I don't understand. Suo Huan gestured for him to continue. Mo2 asked, why didn't you spare Yun Kai Wei's life? Suo Huan replied, she's just a woman, an obstacle to my grand plan. If it weren't for Xiao DM, I might have spared her, but he treasures her. Her death will strike a blow to his heart. At the gladiator arena, Xiao Ba approached the hurrying Xiao DM. Your Highness, Xiao DM snapped. Why is Yun Kai Wei still there? Xiao Ba replied smoothly. The princess consort's status is different now. Naturally, she requires meticulous preparation before making a grand appearance. He thought to himself, the princess consort instructed us to surprise His Highness and the Emperor. How thoughtful of her. Inside, Chi Chio and Ran Xia exclaimed, "The princess consort is so beautiful, a true heroine unjustly accused." Yun Kai Wei responded, "Don't praise me needlessly. The two of you, go out and see if everything is prepared. This longevity banquet is ostensibly for Xiao DM, but we can't let the fourth prince shoulder the entire burden." Chi Thursday and Ran Xia replied, "Yes, your highness." Little Jean then approached and remarked, "You dislike Xiao DM, yet you're so thoughtful towards him." The woman, Yun Kai Wei, laughed and replied, "That's the law of survival in the imperial palace. I've had the misfortune of becoming his princess consort, so I must also make calculations for myself. The Tianlan imperial court enjoys watching beast fights. If I can tame a wild beast, others won't dare look down on this princess consort. The emperor will also be pleased. Today, we must celebrate his birthday properly." So saying, she grabbed little Jean by the scruff of his neck and shook him playfully. Little Jean, sweating, replied, "Be careful not to capsize your own boat in the ditch." In the beast fighting arena, all the officials rose and bowed, saying, "We pay our respects to the emperor. May your majesty live 10,000 years." Inside the hall, the crown prince, along with Suo Huan and Princess Lien Cheng, entered and bowed, saying, "Greetings, father. We wish you a long life." Seeing the crown prince, the emperor and Kong asked, "Crown prince, why have you come?" The crown prince replied, "Father, forgive me. I know it's against your decree, but I couldn't help but attend your longevity banquet. I only wish to celebrate your birthday and pray for your continued health and strength, protecting our Tianlan for 100 years. Princess Lien Cheng also spoke, "Father, please don't be angry with second brother. He simply misses you and wanted to celebrate your birthday." Suowan, beside her, added, "My brother's heart is filled with filial piety. We hope your majesty understands." Seeing this, the emperor smiled and said, "Very well. Since you're here, take a seat." After the banquet, return to the eastern palace and reflect. The fourth prince, Suohuan, smiled and said, "Thank you, father." Head eunuch Fu announced, "Be seated." Princess Lien Cheng hurried to the emperor's side and said, "Father, look at the gift second brother prepared for you. He put so much effort into it." Xiao Dem, sitting at the table, was still fuming, thinking, why isn't the princess consort finished changing yet? Just then, everyone exclaimed, "Look, heavens, who is that woman? What is she doing?" The emperor and Princess Lien Cheng also looked down in astonishment. Xiao Dan broke out in a cold sweat, thinking, "That's Yun Kai Wei." Stepping forward, Yun Kai Wei announced, "Princess consort of Shi Hang, Yun Kai Wei, offers her congratulations to His Majesty. May you live 10,000 years and enjoy good health." Seeing Yun Kai Wei appear below in the arena, the emperor, Princess Lien Cheng, the crown prince, and the fourth prince were all momentarily speechless. After a moment of stunned silence, the emperor burst into laughter, praising, "Excellent! Princess consort of Shi Hang, you are truly magnificent." Hearing this, the fourth prince smiled and explained to the emperor, "Your Majesty, this is a performance the princess consort meticulously prepared for you. She will demonstrate her beast-taming skills." The emperor, surprised, asked what? "She intends to tame a beast." Princess Lien Cheng's eyes lit up with excitement. Only Xiao Dam, upon hearing this, thought angrily, "Yin Kai Wei." He roared at Xiao Ba, "What kind of joke is this? Bring her back here this instant." Seeing Xiao Diem's concern for Yun Kai Wei, the crown prince coughed and said with a smile, "Your Highness, don't be so possessive. Why not let us all enjoy the princess consort's talents?" Princess Lien Cheng also chimed in, addressing her father, "Indeed, father, I've never heard of a woman taming beasts before." Xiao Diem was taken aback. The emperor, slightly worried, responded, "Well, this..." Princess Lien Cheng, sitting beside him, quickly added, "If the princess consort wishes to demonstrate her skills, let us broaden our horizons." The crown prince smiled at Princess Lien Cheng. "Sister, don't be impatient. The performance is about to begin." The fourth prince, seeing his plan unfold, took a bite of a pastry and smiled. Xiao Dim glared down at the arena, gritting his teeth and thinking, "Yin Kai Wei, you are truly foolish. Yun Kai Wei, standing below, looked up at the platform and saw Xiao Diem's expression. A scornful smile played on her lips. Look at Xiao Diem's face. What's with that expression? Doesn't he believe me? Never mind, let him watch. Then, Yun Kai Wei, a flicker of annoyance in her eyes, turned and walked away. A moment later, the announcer's voice boomed. First round, the Luoshan Wild Wolves. The iron gate creaked open, and 3 massive wolves bounded into the arena. One of the wolves nudged its leader, whispering, "Boss, look, a meal delivered right to our paws." The leader growled, "Quiet. Let's see what this Yun Kai Wei is made of." Yun Kai Wei, hearing their hushed exchange, smiled faintly. "Tell me," she called out, "are you all famished?" The 3 wolves stopped, staring at her with wide, surprised eyes. How did she know? Can she understand us?" One whimpered. Yun Kai Wei addressed the Luoshan wolves with a confident air. "I can provide you with a feast, enough to fill your bellies for days. All you have to do is cooperate with my little performance. What do you say? After we're done, I guarantee you'll be rolling home, pleasantly plump and utterly satisfied." She held up a hoop, winking at the wolves. The promise of food was too tempting. Their tails began to wag excitedly. "We're in," they barked in unison. The wolves readily complied with Yun Kai Wei's directions. One jumped through the hoop with practiced ease. Another nudged a ball with its nose, sending it rolling across the sand. For their grand finale, the 3 wolves struck a pose, eliciting gasps and cheers from the audience. "Amazing! Incredible! Is that really the princess consort of Shihang?" The crowd roared its approval. Little Luo, perched in the stands, clapped his hands with glee. Big sister, you're so good." A servant hurried to his side. "Young master, please be careful. Don't lean too far forward." Little Luo continued to cheer. Big sister. Yun Kai Wei glanced up, a smile touching her lips. "Luo, are you came too?" The emperor clapped his hands delightedly. "Excellent. Wonderful, princess consort." Princess Lien Chung frowned, a flicker of unease in her eyes. "This princess consort is surprisingly skilled." Xiao Ba approached Xiao Dam, his voice low and reassuring. "Your Highness, don't worry. See, the princess consort is handling it perfectly." Xiao Diem watched, his jaw clenched. "Is she really all right? Why do I have this unsettling feeling?" he thought. The crown prince, observing the scene, snorted in frustration. "Suo Huan, you useless wretch. What is the meaning of this? This was supposed to be your foolproof plan." Suo Huan sipped his tea calmly. "Second brother, have patience. When I undertake a task, you can rest assured it will be done properly." The crown prince glared at him. "You had better not disappoint me." Suo Huan smiled. "Second brother, just sit back and enjoy the show. The real entertainment has yet to begin." The announcer's voice cut through the air. "Round 2. Open the gates." A lion stalked into the arena. Yun Kai Wei's eyes widened in surprise. "That's odd. Wasn't there supposed to be only 1 round?" The lion charged towards her. "What the?" Perched on the lion's back, Yun Baishuang appeared, her voice filled with venom. "Yun Kine, today is your death day." The audience erupted in shocked cries as the lion lunged. "A lion!" Xiao Diem gritted his teeth. "This is getting out of hand." Xiao Ba, equally stunned, stammered, "What's happening?" The princess consort didn't arrange for a beast like this. Xiao Diem instantly sensed something was amiss. "Something's wrong," he muttered. Without another word, he turned and strode away. "Your Highness, where are you going?" Xiao Ba cried, hurrying after him. The emperor, his face etched with concern, demanded, "What is the meaning of this?" "That beast is from my private menagerie in the rear mountains. It's incredibly dangerous. Why has it been released?" Princess Lien Chung scoffed. "Some people are just desperate for attention," she sneered. "But I suspect this one is throwing her life away." The 4th prince smiled thinly. "The princess consort is certainly brave to challenge such a ferocious beast." The crown prince watched, a gleeful malice twisting his features. "Xiao Diem, feast your eyes. Watch your precious princess consort torn to shreds." On the lion's back, Yun Baishuang Sidieket Yun Kile. "Your time has come. Do you have any last words?" Yun Kai Wei stared up at Yun Baishuang, her face a mask of disbelief. "Yun Baishuang, what are you doing here?" Yun Baishuang's smile turned cruel. "Still playing the innocent? How pathetic. Today, I'll send you to join my mother." What? Yun Kai Lei gasped. What are you talking about? Your mother is dead. Yin Baishuang's face darkened. Stop pretending. It's sickening. It's always been this way. I never want to see your face again. You're nothing but a liar, through and through. Yin Kai Wei, hearing this, froze, her mind flashing back to their childhood. She remembered Yin Baishuang saying, Shuanger, don't be afraid. Elder sister is here. Don't be afraid. Elder sister will catch you. Yun Baishuang, perched precariously on a branch, tears welling in her eyes, looked down at Yin Kai Wei and jumped, just as she'd said. After catching Yun Baishuang, Yin Kai Wei comforted her. There, don't cry anymore. From now on, elder sister will always be by your side. Yin Baishuang nodded in agreement. But later, upon returning home, Qian Shi, her mother, warned her, Shuanger, don't get too close to your elder sister. Do you understand? Yin Baishuang, curious, asked why. Qian Shi simply replied, you'll understand later. Then, without warning, Qian Shi slapped Yin Baishuang and scolded her. How many times have I told you? Stay away from Yin Kai Wei. If you're truly my daughter, you'll be their enemy. Yin Baishuang sobbed. I understand, mother. Qian Shi turned her back and said, from now on, remember that. Snap back to the present, Yin Baishuang declared. Now, your journey ends here. Just die. Yin Kai Wei, hearing this, was stunned. The monstrous lion roared. Yin Baishuang, seated calmly on its back, said, finish her. The lion immediately charged towards Yin Kai Wei, roaring ferociously. Yin Baishuang, perched on its back, exclaimed excitedly, Yin Kai Wei, today is the day you die. Do you know what this is? She produced a pill and tossed it into the lion's mouth. Seeing this, Yin Kai Wei angrily shouted, you're controlling the beast with drugs. Yin Baishuang smirked and asked, so what if I am? Today is your death anniversary. The enraged lion lunged at Yin Kai Wei. She frowned, thinking, am I really going to die like this? Without even a proper goodbye. Suddenly, the crowd erupted. Look everyone. Where did that white tiger come from? Just then, Xiao Dai transformed into a white tiger, charging towards the lion and roaring, get away from her. Yin Kai Wei, astonished, cried out, Brother Hu, you came to save me. Xiao Dai, in his white tiger form, intercepted the lion's attack, shielding Yin Kai Wei. After the clash, a wound appeared on his body, and blood began to flow. He roared, Kai Wei, don't interfere. The white tiger lunged at the lion, biting its neck and snarling. Get away from her. Yin Kai Wei, stunned, asked, Brother Hu, you came to save me? The white tiger snapped silence. Just wait until I deal with this beast. With that, the white tiger lunged at the lion again. Yin Baishuang, losing her balance on the lion's back, tumbled to the ground. The emperor, watching from the stands, exclaimed, this performance is truly terrifying. Princess Lien Chung replied, indeed. If one didn't know it was staged, ordinary people would be trembling with fear. The crown prince chuckled, truly a good show. The fourth prince, Su Ahuan, scowled, thinking, what's going on? Where did that white tiger come from? The crowd in the stands roared. Look, that lion is about to lose. The white tiger is winning. The white tiger is winning. Xiao Dai, in his white tiger form, now had the lion pinned beneath him, tearing at its flesh. Yin Baishuang, seeing this, seethed with anger. Yin Kai Wei, you're always so lucky. You always have someone to protect you. Well then, I'll take care of this myself. With that, she pulled a dagger from her sleeve and rushed towards Yin Kai Wei, screaming die. The white tiger reacted instantly, leaping forward and roaring, careful. He swiped at Yin Baishuang with his claws. Yin Baishuang, wounded, collapsed. Yin Kai Wei cried out in anguish. Yin Baishuang, this is how it ends for you. Yin Baishuang lay dead on the ground. The crowd erupted in horror. Dead? Someone's dead. The emperor demanded, what happened? Protect the princess consort. Yin Kai Wei rushed to the white tiger's side and asked, are you all right, Brother Hu? Thank you for saving me. Yin Kai Wei watched the white tiger stagger, blood dripping from its wounds. Anxiety twisted in hia gut. Brother Tiger, she called, you're hurt. The white tiger, Xiao Dai in his transformed state, rumbled, I'm all right. Protect yourself, Xiao Dai urged, his voice strained. I must go. Yin Kai Wei stared, a chilling thought gripping her. Brother Tiger, why do you sound like Xiao Dai? Brother Tiger, where are you going? Yin Kai Wei cried, her worry escalating. Your wounds. Just then, guards rushed towards her. Protect the princess consort. Princess consort. Yin Kai Wei turned to see the fourth prince, Su Ahuan, approaching. He bowed slightly. Princess consort, are you all right? I'm fine, she replied, her voice tight. But fourth prince, perhaps you have some explaining to do? Su Ahuan smiled, unfazed by her sharp tone. My oversight, princess consort. You should attend to your wounds. The prince, his whereabouts, are unknown. I fear he will be most displeased when he learns of this. Yin Kai Wei's eyes widened. Xiao Dai? Where is he? Fury simmered beneath Yin Kai Wei's forced composure. He's so calm, she thought, seething. I nearly died, and he's nowhere to be found. Su Ahuan raised his voice, addressing the guards. Someone, see to it that these incidents do not disturb the emperor and his guests. Remove these bodies. Wait, Yin Kai Wei called out, her voice ringing with authority. These bodies will be placed in the care of the prince's estate. I will take responsibility for the mishap during my beast-taming demonstration, but I will not tolerate anyone who dares to harm me. Su Ahuan feigned surprise. Harm the princess consort? Here, in the palace? Surely not. This beast must have escaped due to negligence. I will see to it that those responsible are punished. Xiao Ba, standing beside Yin Kai Wei, spoke up. If it was mere negligence, then why was the princess consort's sister present? This matter falls under the princess consort's purview. The prince will personally report this to the emperor. Yin Kai Wei nodded, grateful for Xiao Ba's support. Precisely. Xiao Ba is correct. Seeing that he was getting nowhere, Su Huan conceded. Very well. I will not interfere further. Please, princess consort, see to the matter as you see fit. I must now locate the escaped white tiger before it causes further chaos within the palace. Su Ahuan's words sent a jolt of alarm through Yun Kai Wei. Brother Tiger, she cried, and took off running. Xiao Ba also exclaimed, Prince. Seeing Yun Kai Wei running, he called after her, Princess consort, where are you going? You're injured. Xiao Ba bowed to the fourth prince. Fourth prince, please excuse me. There are urgent matters I must attend to. At that moment, Mo2 approached Sohuan. Master, everything has been arranged. Su Ahuan turned to Mo. Tuesday. Do you not find their concern for that white tiger peculiar? Mo2 replied, Master, do you wish for me to investigate? No need. So Ahuan dismissed the idea. We have more pressing matters to attend to. Xiao Jiu approached Xiao Ba. The prince is gravely injured. What are we to do? If we return to the estate now, suspicions will be aroused. We can only allow the prince to recuperate within the palace. But if the emperor finds out, Xiao Ba replied, it is better for the emperor to know than for others to find out. The prince has always been proud. He even kept the princess consort a secret. If others learn of this, they will use it against him. Those who wish him ill will not let this opportunity pass. Xiao Ba asked, where's the prince now? Xiao Jiu replied, he has gone towards Jiaohua Palace. At Jiaohua Palace, a white tiger dashed through the corridors. The emperor, strolling through the palace, stopped, startled by the sound. He turned to the eunuchs attending him. Did you see something just now? Your Majesty, we saw nothing, the eunuchs replied. The emperor frowned. Perhaps I was mistaken. A short while later, Xiao Dai lay gravely wounded on a bed. The emperor arrived to see him, Xiao Ba at his side. Your Majesty, Xiao Ba said, the prince's wounds have been treated. There is no cause for concern. The emperor scoffed. No cause for concern? With wounds this severe, the entire imperial hospital should be attending him. Your Majesty, that cannot be, Xiao Ba insisted. Explain yourself, the emperor demanded. Why not? And how did Xiao Dai sustain such grievous injuries? I distinctly saw a white tiger. Why did she look so familiar up close? The emperor mused. Could it be that Xing Wan was afflicted by the royal curse all those years ago? Xiao Ba replied, indeed, your Majesty. Every 15th of the month, the prince transforms into a white tiger, and his wild nature takes over. This time, because the princess consort was in danger, he transformed in his haste. It seems the princess consort is very important to the prince. The emperor then asked, Yenair, why does he care for her so much? Xiao Ba answered, 3 months ago, on the 15th, the prince ran out of his quarters and encountered the princess consort. He seemed more stable afterward. Moreover, the last time the prince transformed, he didn't harm the princess consort. He even spoke with her. The emperor, astonished, asked, could it be that she can save Xiao Dai? He furrowed his brow in thought. Yun Kimi, why? Just then, a eunuch rushed in, exclaiming, Your Majesty, it's terrible. The crown prince and Princess Hung are fighting. The emperor, startled, asked what? In a corner of the hall, the crown prince raged. You, Yin Kai Wei snapped back. You had best watch your tongue. A eunuch hurriedly called out, Your Highness, Your Highness. Chichio also intervened, trying to calm the situation. But Yin Kai Wei, still furious, shouted, Where's my prince? Crown prince, you had better produce him. The crown prince retorted angrily. I should be the one demanding answers. He indulged you, his princess consort, in your attempt to harm the emperor. This is unforgivable. Yun Kai Wei pointed at the crown prince and yelled, You speak nonsense. Tell the truth. The crown prince shouted, Let go of me. Let go. Everyone at the beast fighting arena saw it. You sorceress, you understand beast language. Don't try to deny it. Yun Kai Wei challenged him. You sent by Yun Xiang to harm me, and now you dare to accuse me? The crown prince scoffed. In your dreams. Just then, the emperor arrived, booming, Stop this at once. Such a commotion. Have you no sense of decorum? The crown prince hastily accused Yun Kai Wei. Father, Yun Kai Wei attempted to harm you. She is undoubtedly connected to Xiao Dai. Father, you must punish them severely. Execute them both. The emperor responded, Crown Prince, the matter hasn't been investigated yet, and you're already jumping to conclusions. How can you be so reckless? Yun Kai Wei spoke up. Your Majesty, while the matter is still under investigation, he has already revealed his hand. I have found the person who released by Yun Xiang into the palace. He claims it was the Crown Prince's order. The emperor demanded, I ask you, where is this person now? Yun Kai Wei called out, Xiao Jiao. Xiao Jiao immediately threw a eunuch to the ground. Here, the eunuch trembled, stammering, Your Majesty, the crown prince ordered this servant to release a woman into the palace. This servant dared not disobey, but this servant had no intention of harming anyone. The crown prince immediately kicked him, shouting, Lies! I never gave you such an order. Yun Kai Wei held up a vial. Then, was it the crown prince who gave this lion-controlled drug to my sister? The crown prince flinched. This, Yun Kai Wei continued. Qinshi's body has disappeared. Bai Yunxiang was clearly sent by my father to Shuiwen Nunnery to recuperate. Now she appears riding a lion in the beast fighting arena. Can this truly have nothing to do with your highness? Yun Shangtian rushed forward. Your Majesty, my daughter, Bai Yunxiang, was indeed recuperating outside the city. This official does not understand how she appeared here. Yun Kai Wei interjected, Father, do not worry. I do not suspect you. The emperor roared, Crown Prince, you have deeply disappointed me. Seize him. Someone, investigate the lion keeper. Fugong stepped forward. Your Majesty, this old servant has investigated. However, he is dead, and the evidence at the scene points to the Crown Prince's shadow guards. Hearing this, the emperor raged, Crown Prince, today I will punish you. The emperor commanded, Someone, throw the crown prince into the dungeons. The guards immediately stepped forward. Yes, your majesty. The crown prince began to protest. Father, it was that sorceress. This subject is innocent. Father, father, father. He was dragged away before he could finish. The emperor declared, I will investigate this matter thoroughly. If there are any accomplices, I will show no mercy. Yin Shantian bowed. Your majesty is wise. The emperor seethed. That rebellious son. Princess consort home. You've had a trying day. Return and rest early. Yin Kai Wei responded respectfully. This consort is ashamed to have disrupted the emperor's birthday celebration. However, I wish to return to the manor with the prince. She thought angrily. The emperor seems strangely off. And where has Xiao Dai disappeared to? The emperor coughed. Today, I have a task for Xiao Dai. He must remain in the palace for a few days. Xiao Bai added. Indeed, this old servant will attend to the prince. Princess consort, please return and rest. Yun Kai Wei frowned, falling silent. The emperor commanded, Someone, escort the princess consort out of the palace. In the carriage, Chi Chiu asked, My lady, are you all right? Yun Kai Ne pondered. That Xiao Dai. Even at the emperor's birthday celebration, he's lazy. How could he possibly be helping the emperor with anything? Chi Chiu continued. Indeed, His Highness dislikes troublesome matters. Besides, His Highness has never let you return to the manor alone. Yin Kai Wei was surprised. Could it be? A short while later, Yin Kai Wei stealthily arrived at the place where Xiao Dai was being treated. Xiao Ba asked, Your Highness, you're awake? Xiao Dai, opening his eyes, asked, Where's Yin Kai Wei? Xiao Ba replied, The princess consort is fine. Your Highness, please rest assured. Yin Kai Wei thought, So he's here. Then she saw the wounds on Xiao Dai's body. She rushed forward, asking, Xiao Dai, where did you get hurt? Xiao Di started, exclaimed Kai Wei. Yin Kai Wei pressed him. How did you get hurt? Where are you hurt? Is it serious? Here, and here. Xiao Dai cried out, Stop. Don't touch me. He sighed. Kai Wei, I'm fine. Yin Kai Wei asked angrily, Fine? With wounds this severe, Xiao Dai, what happened? Explain yourself. Xiao Dai's expression changed. In the dungeons, the